live.
Oh, crap. Mute your laptops.
Oh, we're going live.
Mute. Yeah, he's muted.
Okay.
Oh, no, you have headphones.
All right, we're going live.
Something like that.
Pete, mute your laptop.
He did. He's good.
Okay.
Okay, are we good?
I don't know. Someone in chat.
Are we live?
All right, we're not live yet.
We're live.
That's okay. We're going to get there.
We're
Oh,
live.
we're live. Okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yugioh Go Rush, Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Crazy 8's podcast. This is episode 63, Serpent-venting Expectations.
Very nice.
We got a
That's
full
good.
crew for the duel that is going to end the arc, end Arc 5. It's crazy. And I'm joined by Pete, by Dredge, by Nick T, by Cal, and for the first time ever, we got a producer right behind the camera, DJ. Our friend DJ is there.
Yeah.
DJ is in full control of the soundboard. He will be, he's in the chat as well if you got any sound requests.
Can I get a oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Just let us know. But we hope you guys are enjoying at home, and we are back to the individual mics. So let us know if someone sounds a little too low. We did do sound testing prior to going live. The audio quality certainly should be a lot better than with the Blue Yeti. So hopefully that's coming through. And again, thank you guys all so much for supporting this production because we got a lot of crazy shit to get into.
Whoa.
Episode 63. I'm cursing because I'm excited. We got DJ here. We got a full crew. We got the sound. This is great. Pete, how you doing tonight, man?
I mean, I got to be hyped up now after that
Yeah,
introduction.
That was an intro.
Dredge, how you doing, man?
You can't spell L.A. with that.
L.A. night.
Yeah.
Do it anyway.
Nick T, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. There
Yeah.
we go.
Cal, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing
Good.
good. I'm surprised. You know, you have the energy. It's like you also took a shot of espresso, but you didn't.
You're not allowed to.
Yeah, well, I can't anymore.
That's what I'm saying. You're
Do it,
just
you
going.
coward. Do it, you coward.
Yeah,
You've
my
got the
my
energy
throat,
of
the reason I have my voice is because I don't do it anymore.
You've got the energy of a young Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything.
Back when you consistently
Yikes.
got 100K views.
Well, that was never the case.
100K.
Consistently. I mean, yeah. That,
I mean, by the end of next year, I don't know.
Anyway, I want to thank all of you guys for
Yeah.
joining us here. We are going to break down everything from the Phaser and UDS duel. There was a lot of really crazy stuff that happened, especially at the very end. We learned a little bit about Phaser and Tremolo's parents. The two of them, it's pretty much all but confirmed now that they are space dragons, which was something we learned about in episode 42, 21 episodes ago during that Shubaha duel, where I believe Shubaha and his race, I believe they feed off of space dragons. So that's going to be really interesting, and we'll get into a little bit of theory there as to Shubaha's role and purpose that he might bring in this arc. But before we get into all of that and our general thoughts on the episode, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who super chatted and or donated using the link from the last video. A huge thank you to Crystal Colden, Philip Rosewood, Ice Aiden, Night Fury Lover, Colin Cleaves, Pick Rick, That Man, Gravity Hero, Natalie Lopez, Angie, Goose, X-Slayer, Limestone, Dark Emperor J, Solid Snack, and Pink Penguin. And again, that is everybody who super chatted or donated in last week's episode of the live stream. So thank you guys so much
That was
for
good.
your
That was
amazing
perfect.
support. Greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Before we, get into kind of the craziness of this episode, general thoughts.
Thank you.
I kind of gave my review on it yesterday. We did a video yesterday. I was pretty high on the episode. Dredger, I'm going to start with you.
Ooh.
What were your thoughts here on episode 63?
So I actually watched your watch along with you.
Yes, you did.
So
You
I
had
was
it on the
there.
big
I was
TV.
watching on the big TV, man. I took a picture
Thank
and
you.
everything.
Yeah,
it was
that was
great.
cool.
I enjoyed this episode. I don't think it blew me away in any aspect. But again, as I said in previous weeks, I'm just excited for the journey. I'm on board. I'm not getting off. I'm excited. Until you kind of mentioned in your little pre-talk before the episode started, I didn't know anything about the dragon thing. Even with the title, I didn't think of it. You told me, yeah, he might turn into a dragon, and I'm like, wait, what? I was so confused. But then after seeing, I'm like, oh, okay. When you mentioned, I'm like, oh, that makes more sense for that. And then bringing back, Shubaha who eats dragons. So it was interesting. It's still there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered.
100%.
So I'm really intrigued how this last episode of this arc is going to kind of finish up here. And so overall, good, not great. Just waiting on what's gonna happen next, I think.
Yeah. Is that basically what you were saying?
No, that's not what I was saying. It was
It's
not.
so-
It was not Cincinnati, Ohio.
It's so much more funnier when I'm
you're
not
not
the one
doing
hitting
it.
the
Yes,
sounds.
it is.
So I don't know when they're coming.
Yeah,
So
that's what makes it good.
That's good.
But no, overall,
it was a good episode.
it was a good.
Yeah,
it was a
episode.
good, almost great.
I really liked it.
Yeah, even like kind of seeing the Maxims is cool. The duel was good, and even some of the backstory we get in the seeing Phaser's parents are where are they? That obviously we can assume the worst, and just even seeing Tremolo in the prison, like my brother can do. He's still even after all that, it's still his brother is number one in his heart. So interesting. The preview looks good for next week. So overall, good, strong episode. Good second to last episode, I would say.
It's
for
been
sure.
a while since we've had Yu-Gi-Oh parents die. It's such a classic trope in
Oh
Yu-Gi-Oh.
my God!
God.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Well, watch it.
Yeah, because it's insanely classic, but it's been a while, so it was kind of good to get back to that.
Yeah, it's good to get back to dead parents. Yes, Dylan. Yes, very much so. Yes,
Pete,
definitely.
What were your thoughts on the episode?
Well, that's a way to transition to me.
Yes, it is dead parents.
Yeah, it was solid. I agree with Dredge. Like, it didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
The ending, it was shocking, but I don't know why. Because I kind of forgot. I'll just be honest about Shubaha. I was like, oh,
It was a one episode thing. Yeah.
When he showed back up, I was like, oh yeah, that dude.
Yeah, that's
and then
fair.
I was just like, this is the guy they fought on that asteroid or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, he turns into a dragon phaser, and I'm like, awesome, but I don't know. It just didn't shock me like I thought it would. It was almost like somewhere subconsciously, I knew something wild like this. I didn't know it would be a dragon, but I knew something wild like this would happen. And it was really cool. Now, especially that you reminding me of the whole space dragons thing, and do they use them as fuel? Do they eat them? Whatever that is, that brings back a whole new element. It's nice that we saw Yugioh come back and kind of have what he was doing. This is what his kind of mission was out there.
Yeah.
It was just solid. I for the second to last episode of the arc, I think I wanted a little bit more. I think my favorite moments were Phaser going in on Udius. It was great.
In the beginning of the episode.
And that is nice to finally have that villain element, and I just know it's not going to last, so I'm just enjoying it while I have it.
Yeah.
And that UTS moment was cute.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah. Of them kind of inadvertently causing people to not be afraid of aliens based on their generations of talking about them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. Nick T, your thoughts?
I did like it quite a bit. Maybe not quite as much as the episode before.
Yep.
That was, no. I think that episode, obviously, we were all super high on.
Yeah.
So, maybe this is a step below, but I still enjoyed it so much because it felt like a roller coaster where I, at every turn, didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, between holding all the aliens hostage, Phaser implying the worst, and essentially holding all the alien friends hostage. And it's well, if you don't join me, I might have to, He essentially implied that he would kill them. He said their lives would be at risk.
Yeah, I mean, as I said it, he's shooting. He's in his mind. He's I'm returning them home, but he's shooting the 3 Jersey Devils into space.
It feels familiar.
He's not.
to
He's not
recent
going.
events.
What?
It feels familiar to recent events. A bunch of beings in a box, no real, end in sight.
Hey, I need you to roll it back there, my guy. All right?
I'm just saying, he said he can't guarantee their lives. He knew what the possibility was.
Yes.
You're teetering.
He certainly implied that he
You're
was gonna kill
teetering.
Yeah. That being said,
deep into the
the
abyss.
point I was making was not that
okay.
point. The point I was making was the point that they're trapped in this spaceship. Maybe there's a way to get out, but he's not shooting them back to Big Mama Jersey's planet.
No.
He's just shooting them randomly into the space.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, with Phaser, it's all right. Well, if they're off Earth, then my job's done. I don't really care where they go.
Yeah.
He's displacing them
Yeah.
into the universe, essentially.
Definitely.
That's how I viewed it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, between the Shubaha, I obviously remembered Shubaha, but when he appeared, I was very surprised. But what didn't click was the sort of foundation that they had laid all the way back in his episode with it was such a throwaway, the fact that they feast on dragons, space dragons.
Yeah.
Okay, big deal. We've never seen one.
Yeah.
And now all of a
and now we
sudden
do.
we see one.
I mean, that is something. That callback from how many episodes ago?
21. It was in episode
21
42.
episodes ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was.
But
that,
it's a classic studio bridge.
it is.
It's classic.
They know how to lay foundation and then bring it right back up.
Yeah.
It was really well executed. And then obviously the reveal, the space dragon reveal, like was just, maybe we should have seen it coming. I don't know, but like it was wild. I really enjoyed all the twists that we got. It was a roller coaster the entire time. So I really enjoyed it.
I'm happy to hear you enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this too, because like, there's also those little details in that Shubaha episode. I kind of skimmed through it, and remember, Shubaha met Yugioh prior to everyone else meeting Yugioh. And that was like a little detail that we were like, oh, and that's interesting. But now, like, Shubaha being the one that like works for Yugioh and like is delivering this package, which ends up being the Duty Ducasi space field that has why is that the thing that triggers the transformation? That's a whole separate.
I think that's the more important question is like, why is it when time is technically slowed down or stopped is that the change occurs? And again, we're under the assumption it's some kind of timer because again, when Phaser changed, he doesn't tend to remember and he seems very confused. So obviously he doesn't kind of know the timing of it, but to see once time is stopped that it immediately occurs. Like it wasn't like it was like a delay, it was immediately he starts feeling it and he's not trying to transform clearly in this moment for him to transform like that. And also when the preview you get is you see kind of it almost looks like, as you said, he's attacking. He's attacking.
Yeah.
But like, is that Phaser doing it, or is that the space dragon, or is his conscious? Like, how does that?
Right.
That we're gonna
there,
find that out next week, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of questions.
Oh my God, so many.
Well, like, because now this penultimate episode for the arc anyway.
Yeah.
Arc 5 it was.
Arc 5. Yep.
Yeah, Arc 5. The fifth arc.
Yeah. the
It
fifth
brings
arc.
us
You
a
love that
bunch
show.
of not answers but reveals, but leaves us with a ton of questions.
So
right
many
before
questions.
The last episode.
Yep.
So like even involving Phaser himself, like the space dragon thing. What role does the time play, and what role does the scrolls, the blank pieces of paper that do what again? I don't know.
Right, good point.
The scrolls. The scrolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point, Nick T. The
So
scrolls.
like,
what
now
were
it's
those
like,
for?
wow, we're going into this episode with so many questions.
And let's not overlook the question that we've had from the very beginning as well. The relic seems to be working alongside, at the very
Yes,
least,
yeah.
Phaser, in conjunction with Phaser.
Is it? Yeah.
So that implies that the creator has to have some knowledge of this, because the relic and the creator are two
synonymous, yeah.
things that you would imagine are pretty synonymous. So where is his role, and where's the relic's role in carding people's role? And why does he want the Odos to be exterminated? Like there's still so many things here, and I think it's really done a very fascinating and good job of setting up what could be a crazy final episode here of the fifth arc. It really could be. There was also something crazy that happened in one shot of this episode that I'm going to show on screen in just a little bit. That I'm sure none of you foresaw, because I didn't see it initially either. Cal, we'll start with you though. Before we get to that, what were your thoughts on the episode?
So I liked the episode. I thought it was a good, solid episode.
Okay.
Not mid before DJ hits the button.
He wasn't going
but-
to anything.
Yeah.
But no, I thought the duel was going very well. Obviously, it's not done, but I think that this is a very good table setter. Like, it's not that great of a standalone episode, but it sets up, like Nick T said, there's a lot of questions that are brought up now. It's just like Dylan's on the button, man. It's just like Dylan's on the button. It's
Oh God. Yeah.
it's a perfect table setter because,
Yes,
like you said
definitely.
before, it brings up a lot of questions, and at that point, we have so many things to answer with presumably a little bit of time. I don't think every question is going to get answered. I also don't think every question would get answered in the next episode anyway.
Right.
But it sets us up for so much more going forward, knowing that the conclusion of this duel is going to have a monumental impact on what's to come. But they also just kind of subtly throw in like we could get people back from cards, and that's going to be part of this mission. Like, are they going to just figure it out now all of a sudden? Like, Nyanda Star is back now, so she's going to be like, oh yeah, this is how it happened for me. Because now, I think I said it a few weeks ago, like, Nyanda Star was a card when they were doing the chants. Like, way back when they were all practicing their chants for whatever reason. And there was a Nyanda Star card there. And I remember I said, I was like, but she's a cat and she's back in the real world, but there was a cat card. So where is that going to play into maybe this last episode, or is that something that's like the adventure of the next arc is getting them back?
Yeah.
Because now, like, remember how we were
interesting.
looking for that kind of in between before we get to the creator?
Absolutely.
What if that is more of a quest to getting the means of getting the carded people back? So maybe they're not. Well, I guess they kind of have to be in the next arc, right? The beginning of the next arc, if that tournament is starting.
Sure, but maybe the Odos will stay in Seven's World and they won't be in that tournament.
It'll just be everybody else.
Maybe it'll be everyone else. Yeah.
And through the tournament, it's how they learn
yeah.
about how to uncard people.
I mean, they could go a lot of different directions with this. I don't. To me, it's not a 100% guarantee that they're all back at the end of 64 or the beginning of 65. Well, I think it's
agree.
likely. I think it's more likely than not.
Yeah.
I can't put it at 100% because the show has gone in so many fascinating ways. And is it as simple as them just, well, I guess if they get uncarded, they're back in the Go Rush world. But, like, there's so many things now with the instability of time. We've seen it with the Duty Ducasi time space, right?
Yep.
That's a very unstable region of time that flows differently from the outside world, which is weirdly fascinating.
Hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, and then when you go into the carded world, the time is unstable in that world as well. So there's a lot of weird elements at play when it comes to time, and I'm not 100% convinced that, oh yeah, they'll be back at the end of next episode. You just don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But cool. All right.
I agree.
Well, I got to get into something, and then we're gonna go into, because we had Ron and not Neanderstar, Dumamu in the beginning of this episode. We obviously have a lot of things to talk about with Duty Nishaw, and of course next week. But I've got to show you guys a picture, and I'm gonna show it right now. But I do have a question. Did any of you four notice the girl that was in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's World last week? That has been in
that's everywhere.
the girl that's everywhere.
So you're telling me she was in this episode?
She was in this episode.
Oh, then no, I
She
have no
was
clue.
in the underground talking to the aliens.
At what point?
It was at the
Thank you for
not
the
where the shops were. They
dono.
were like sitting down.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't have a speaking
Wasn't
role.
she like sitting back there?
No,
Or
so
was she in the other?
I'm
part?
assuming, and now that you're telling me, it's when they released the aliens at some
I'm
point.
gonna show it. It's when they released the aliens and
Oh,
when they
okay.
were
I thought it was
celebrating.
Oh
part.
God, it's in small.
back.
Where-
She's in this shot,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh,
it-
yeah,
it's
she's
on
right there.
screen here. Now, it's obviously the girl that is second from the right.
Yeah.
That is the same exact girl that we just saw last week in Sevens. And there's another really fascinating detail to this image. Notice every single human that you can see is either smiling or has an open mouth laugh. She is the only character that has no visible reaction to what's going
all
on.
I'm saying.
No, it's crazy.
But Dill.
I mean, this is crazy. Every single character that you can see, and I'm not talking about the ones in the backgrounds that don't have faces. Every single character that has eyes in this shot is either smiling or has a happy look on their face.
Dill?
And she is the only character
also seems
that
like-
has a blank expression.
She also seems like at attention too.
Oh,
Like she's not like.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I locked it in last week.
Well, I
I
know
locked it
you're
in.
on the creator train.
I locked it
I'm
in.
just saying,
I'm
and whether it's
I'm with it.
whether this girl's the creator or not, it is
I'm
crazy
locked
to me
in.
that people don't think there's anything going on with her.
No,
Oh, there's something.
I mean, there were people in my review that commented and said, "Oh, she's just a background
you
character."
can't time travel.
That's
Time travel is not normal.
Right,
It's not
and
a
like
normal
it's
thing.
not a variant because the variants all look different. This is the same character design. It's not a just it's not a lazy job by the writing team here to put a random.
I'm gonna help you out here
that
too.
looks
'Cause
identical.
Chat seems to be on the animation errors thing.
Yeah, that's
let's
crazy
be
to
honest.
me.
So you're telling really
That's
we're gonna pull an animation error there? We think they just happened to forget that.
They
that
I don't know for this.
someone who's
If this was for other characters, sure. But for this,
but the fact
specific
that it's
character,
the same character and she has
is-
no
she is a
expression.
focal
If it was a
point.
different character, I'd
Yeah.
give you animation error, right? Because like, oh, whatever. But this is a character. There's a reason that they don't. If it was like half and half had no face, half and right, half were okay. It's only one character's not reacting.
right.
It's not an animation.
And
error.
it's
I'm
one
sorry, it's just
specific
not.
character.
It's
That's
not-
not. They're purposely want you to.
It's
focus
not
that. They
Grandpa
want you
here.
to notice
Of
that.
course, because
Yeah.
they
It's
had
not
to
Grandpa.
they had to draw in every single smiling and happy face on every single character. They didn't just forget to do it to this character. And this character
Yeah.
was just shown at the beginning of last episode in the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's world.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
I mean,
Oh.
no.
You just blowing from Stupid Town?
Oh, God.
I mean, let me.
I
Tell
think
you.
he meant that towards
No,
someone
I
else.
think he meant it
DJ's
towards
the
me, which is
crowd
fine.
insert. DJ
But-
is
and listen,
everyone else.
chat and everyone that doesn't believe this character is going to be important at all or relevant in any way, that's fine. But I want an apology from people.
Hey, I think she's a creator, so I definitely want to. I'm with you. I
yeah,
want
the
an
creator's a little extreme. I
I'm
want an
bringing
apology.
champagne. We're popping the champagne.
Oh,
As
yeah.
soon as it gets
all over
revealed.
the
Oh,
soundboard.
not champagne.
He's breaking out the
I'm
glasses.
bringing Ciroc.
Ooh,
If
Ciroc
she's the
boys.
creator, I will bring Ciroc.
Well, that yeah, I mean yeah,
and we're gonna drink it again, and Ivory will help us with our little cups with ice.
That'd be really nice.
that's
I
fine.
think it sounds
That's
nice,
fine.
right? That's how about
I mean, listen, to me,
I'm in.
to me, it's almost obvious at this point. And listen, I know I've had some outlandish theories before. Girl on the phone is one of the bigger ones. But this one, there is so much more consistent substance to.
Yeah.
Remember, the first job, the first scene that we had her interact with the main characters was the characters helping her find her cat. And now even cats have become synonymous
Yep.
with
Yeah,
time
that's pretty
travel
crazy.
and the carded world. There's so many hints here with this character. It's crazy that some
No, I'm
people
with
just
you.
think, it's nothing.
Yeah.
I just think there's got to be something going on.
Hey,
with
hey,
her.
Dill. When there could be two
There's gotta
sides to
be.
every story, there's always a couple on that other side, even if it's not always the
No,
most
and,
likely.
and that's
you know?
fair. And like I get it with a lot of the other theories, but this one, I just feel like there's so much smoke with
No.
this character.
Yeah,
I
I'm with
agree,
you on it.
but, you know.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting. And maybe, listen, maybe they just don't do anything with it, and it's like, well, that's
Hey, if they-
crazy.
It's
If
just like
they-
a running
And if
gag
they
to
don't,
throw her in.
yeah, maybe it'll be a running gag, and I'll say, hey, you know what? I was wrong on that. I got no problem admitting when I'm wrong. I'm wrong
Oh, of
quite a bit.
course.
That being said,
That's true.
I'm more wrong than right.
That being said, I don't think the bridge writers and who are so meticulous with detail would just do something like this for a gag. I just don't think so.
I will say this. The girl on the phone, one and done, right? That was the only time she's ever appeared.
Right.
The bridge writers in general, though, you're familiar with Chekhov's gun.
Yes.
It's mentioned. But,
Yes.
like, I feel like they are so, yes, meticulous is a good word. Like, they lay foundation, they bring something up, and then it does come back. That first arc, she was not just, oh, she's a
Everywhere.
background character. She was working every job in the town.
Yeah.
Like, that's not just an accident. That's not, oh, they ran out of designs.
She's even in 1 second. She's even in the ending one shot in the background of the stand, almost as if she's like watching all of the characters.
She was in the ending or the opening?
The ending,
ending.
ending one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
ending.
yeah, let's just put a
She
background
was in a
character
few
the
scenes.
ending.
Remember,
Yeah,
she was also on the
yeah.
bench, I think, watching them. Like,
Yep.
it's
No.
she's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
If
know.
anyone's on copium, it's the naysayers.
I agree
because
with that.
She was in an ending.
She was in an ending. We don't even know her name. And she was in an ending. She was in Seven's World. She's now back in Go Rush World simultaneously. I don't know.
She's everywhere.
Cole
Yeah.
Aura. Bring her out. Bring her out.
I love your chat right now. Like, it's so. You got some people who are just like dead hell bent on being like, no, there's no way. No, way, no
I'm
way.
not reading. I never read chat during the
No,
streams. I
no.
always read afterwards. Most people are saying no to this.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
There's very few who agree with you.
That's
a lot of them are
great.
like asking for help. Like, we need Aura in
That's
here. We
cr-
need
this
this.
is-
We
that's
need that.
nuts.
It's funny.
Yes. It's not an Easter egg. No.
I mean,
it's,
he's
it's
not
an-
wrong.
It
be.
could be an Easter egg, but like.
That
No.
would be pretty funny.
Or like a design from like a kid or something like that.
Nah.
I
Doubt it.
just I don't think so because
That I don't-
I mean
think
it,
they would have pointed that
I like
out if that
Easter
was
egg
the
though.
case.
Easter egg's not bad.
well that would essentially also be like a running gag. Like there's no meaning to the
Yeah.
character, but they just
Yeah.
keep throwing her in. I don't know. I have more faith in the bridge writers than that.
And you don't think she's the girl on the phone?
No.
No.
All right, hey, see if he
If she
now
is
now if he
See?
said
Yeah, that's why.
that's how you so that's how his chat should know. If he just said yes to that, then you think okay now it's
I
for
was
the
giving
copium.
him the copium.
No.
and
He
didn't
really
take it.
did, and he didn't take it.
He didn't
so.
take it.
I don't. All right. Well, I mean, we'll see. What is okay?
You know what? Just don't add.
I don't even know
bro.
what the counter argument is. I mean, this seems so crazy.
Basically, they just are saying you're pulling at straws in a nutshell. Like there's no traction to this,
Okay.
which doesn't make sense because I agree that there is traction.
I think
there
think there's a lot of traction.
Now, if this character had showed up once randomly and that was it, and you were just kind of
Yeah.
hellbent, all of a sudden showed up again, you're like, oh, this is no, it's multiple times. She's in an ending, and I think if you now pull this card, let's go back to that ending. Can we name every character in the ending but her?
yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. It's clear. Why do we not know her name?
And
just,
why?
Just tell me your name. Make it Susan.
And the
Make
way
it Susan.
and the way
And then
that
it's
she's
fine,
the way
but
that
you're
she's
keeping it
positioned
anonymous.
the way that she's positioned in the ending, it's like she's behind everyone just watching them.
Watching.
And,
Just
and that's
watching.
and what would a creator do with his subjects?
He watches.
He would watch.
He watches
It
for
makes sense.
entertainment.
And we
It's
and we-
literally it's bro. This is we're talking an alley oop to Shaq right here.
Yeah.
That's how I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm like, bah.
I mean, I don't know. Pete, you haven't
I-
said
yeah,
anything.
I'm nervous. Pete's
I mean, maybe
really
you totally
quiet.
Disagree. I mean,
I'm
what are
really
your
nervous.
thoughts on it, honestly.
Dude, this is the best decision we've ever made.
To be honest,
To be completely honest.
I agree with Chad. I don't really think it means anything.
You're
That's
okay.
why
I
I
like
haven't.
it. I
I've
like
let you ramble for 20
I'm
minutes
shocked you let him go that
under
long.
delusional
I'm shocked.
copium.
Okay.
Um,
We'll see. Listen, at this
you
point,
know.
all we can do is wait.
Or-
But
or-
I'd like an apology, and I'd like an apology from Chat when it happens.
I mean,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
sure,
That's
but
all.
I just don't think it's going to happen. And I agree with X-Layer that we spent 20 minutes on this, and we're not talking about how this man's a freaking space dragon right
Yeah,
now.
well,
Well,
we don't
but,
really
you
know.
know.
Well, but
we
before
don't know
we get
how.
there, Pete.
We don't know how.
Now, do you just think it's like a running gag that she's just in the background? Like that's just what
I
it
mean,
is?
this happens in animation all the time. It's
Does
just
it?
it's a
watch
reused
a lot of
character
anime.
model. It's a little fun Easter egg thing. A lot of times, like DJ said, it is somebody's wife or sister
be an
or
Easter egg.
kid
It's not
drawing. I mean, it
impossible.
happens a lot, and it's just a way to not re-render models, and it saves money. So you put a lot of the same characters, you swap hair colors and designs, and it's a very common thing in animation.
Yeah.
Now, if you're right, I'll eat those words, no problem. But I just don't feel like there's even smoke burning.
But you
Bro,
think
I mean,
they would
Even the same
reuse-
character being in two different worlds?
no, I mean it's just
Okay.
it's just
And she had
it's
a
just
speaking
background
role.
filler. I mean, we've never. It's not like the camera
Okay.
zoomed in on her or we focus on.
Oh, she
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
the,
yeah,
she was the first shot in that Sevens world after the opening.
I mean, yeah, but she wasn't the only one in it. It's just a background.
Okay.
That's fair.
I mean,
Again,
I
it's
had
fair.
to listen for
Everyone
a whole
has-
show.
has
It's
the
fair.
right-
Listen.
Episode 2 for you to go on and on about the girl on the phone.
All-
You
Like,
were lost
it's
on that one.
the
too.
same. How
All we
about
can
when
do
you
is
thought
wait.
all the co-girls were one? I mean, there's been a million.
That
of
one I
these
think was
things.
retconned.
We'll go back to Vrains. I mean, there's a million things I've had to listen here. I'm tired.
Okay.
You know, I'm just gonna sit here, and when you call me about the actual episode, you let me know.
All right. That's fine.
I will say this.
Yeah.
If this was Studio Gallup, sure, I would maybe agree the fact that
Oh, if
they're
it was
out of-
Studio Gallup,
out of
we'd go nowhere.
resources or something,
Yeah,
out of
right, I agree
design,
with
out of
that,
money
yeah.
or something, yeah, at a time, I don't, you know.
Time, money, design.
If it was
yeah.
Studio Gallup, I would assume the show is ending in 2 weeks.
I think Pete's dragging a little bit.
He's dragging.
I don't know. I mean, we're gonna find out.
Speaking
We're
of
gonna see.
dragging,
I mean,
still, what's next?
Dragon. I don't know about that.
I'll tell you.
Okay. No. Not gonna do that.
That's what I wanted.
I know. That's he just set it up.
Well, I'll be
that-
honest.
I
That's really
appreciate
all I
that.
had in
That
my
felt
notes
good.
for this episode.
Oh, that's right. So, I think we should go over to Pete then. I think
hope you
Pete
have.
actually has some stuff he wants to talk about for sure. I think.
You can go with anyway.
No, I'm going Pete. Let's go Pete. Pete.
Oh, yeah, you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just talk about like the reveal.
Yeah.
Let's talk phase.
I mean, yeah, like I have so many questions of like just how does this work? Is he like Smaug and he can
Yeah,
speak
that'd
and
be
has
cool.
intelligence? Is he two different people and it's like that's why he doesn't remember large stretches of time because when he's in dragon mode he just blacks out? Like I kind of think that's probably more likely.
It sounds likely.
Is he just more of he's just a primal beast and that's why we see in the preview that he's just attacking Yugioh and the duel might end up being a no contest, I guess. Like it just might not be in a wrap.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. And again, for those who haven't watched the Hobbit, that's what he's talking about is Smaug, the dragon in the Hobbit.
Smaug.
No, it's fine. But I think I have that same question. Like, is he gonna like? Because in the preview, he's like attack. He's like trying to eat Yugioh.
Yeah.
So like, is it Phaser in there? Can he talk? These are some really good questions, and we don't really have a lot to go on,
No.
right? Because we just know that Shubaha he feeds off these space dragons, right? But he doesn't say anything else about them. He doesn't say how he catches them or anything like that. You know, so just to leave us with that reveal and make us wait, I'm really intrigued to see where this goes. Like how and why I said before, why is the time stopping force him to turn into this space dragon as I do with JC thing? How does that happen? So I'm really excited for that, and I don't know how they're gonna do it.
It's fascinating how they know this. It's like I guess it was, you know, I know Duty Nisha, they live in a weird place. Like it somehow has these time warping capabilities. We saw that basically with the hyperbolic time chamber, as you mentioned. But Shubaha coming back into the picture.
Yeah, 21 episodes.
It's just
21 episodes later.
That is one of those one-off characters I never thought I
No.
would see again, and I really like actually the moment he had with Yuhi way back when.
you
And
did
so
say that.
if we get Yuhi to what I would presume come back probably next episode, if not very soon, it would be nice to see those two characters kind of talk
Have a
and meet
reconnect.
again.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'm just wondering, like, is this what is this space dragon thing, right? Like, is he is it like a disease? Like, does he not want to be this? And like, that's the way we're gonna resolve this? Is his aggression to everything is actually like this subconscious dragon kind of coming out in Phaser?
Like a
and-
werewolf?
Yeah, almost like that.
Could
He doesn't
be.
want that as part of his character. We'll get rid of that, and then he'll just be lovable Phaser, and we
Yeah.
won't have a problem with him. Like, I'm wondering if that's where we're going in terms of the whole transformation scene. But I mean, that was wild. I mean,
It was
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
I loved Phaser up until that moment, and then it's still it's a
So
great
sick.
character design.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
Oh God.
A thought that I just had regarding all of that, and it was something that it just clicked for me. I just remembered it, and none of us brought it up. But there's clearly a deep, other than the fact that Shubaha and his race eat space dragons, there
Mhm.
seems to be a history between Phaser and Shubaha, because there's
Oh, yeah.
a quick line where he said, "I eat and I even set you free."
But is he talking
I
to
thought he was
who was
talking
he
to the
talking
Jersey
about?
Devils.
But I mean, is that free? I mean, it depends on his definition. He seemed like he was actually at mercy.
True. Yeah, I thought that was to the Devils, but maybe it was to
But
Shubaha.
I don't know if it depends on if he would consider that free, even though he knows he sent them to his likely death. their
Right.
likely
You
death.
also bring up a very good point here. We're looking at this as the Shubaha's the good guy and the space dragon is the bad guy, correct? That's what we're looking at this, right? Like,
And
Shub-
that- yeah, that
but
might
the
not
thing
sound
about
really true.
Shubaha is basically
be a
hunting
hunting them, yeah.
Phaser,
Yeah.
right? Like that's the argument here is that Shubaha needs to, but why does this? It's kind of like the what's it called? Oh my gosh, like the food cycle, like everything, like the food chain, everything. like that.
Circle of life.
Circle of life in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
sense. Like why is it Shubaha can chase and hunt the space dragon. The space dragon just can't live and do its own thing. So I hope they address that too. Like he turned to a space dragon. Now we don't get a lot about space dragons. Like I think that Pete said this other too. We don't know. All we know is Shubaha needs to eat space dragons, right? That's what he needs. Like he needs to that's how he feeds.
Otherwise,
He bites the bullet. But like, what is is Phaser just supposed to like? Yeah, you can have. Yeah, I'm done. But no, he's gonna fight back. Obviously, it's for his life. So I
Yeah.
hope they. Obviously, as Pete said, we're gonna lose our villain Phaser here. Obviously, I doubt he's not gonna have some kind of change here. Realize we can coexist somehow. They're gonna find a way, or whatever it is. But I want to see Shubaha and Phaser interact this episode. I think that's one of my
Yes.
little tidbits that Shubaha doesn't need to. No, I need to see I need to see something between them to understand this a little better. I think, or at least it better be explained, like maybe a past scene of the two of them.
Well, can I throw a crazy question at you?
Oh,
Throw it
yeah.
out there.
Do you think Shubaha killed their parents?
So that's something that I'm glad you brought up. Actually, I was gonna get to that. Is I assume space dragons breed space dragons.
I would imagine.
Imagine,
it's all
right?
A
You know,
lineage. Yeah.
So it's possible that inadvertently Shubaha has to live. So so that could
That
be
could be the tie-in. Yeah.
But that would also I'd like that because then we see Phaser attacking Yugioh this episode, right? In the
Right.
preview, I'd want to see. I think he'd be going after Shubaha, right? I'd go after the person that killed my parents, or that'd be my first. I'm going after them, right? So that would be an interesting tidbit.
Maybe the dragon really is a blind rage, though. Where
True.
He just, as soon as he
Again,
changes, it's the first guy in front of him.
and
he's
that's why
going
Pete's
for.
question is great. Like,
Yeah.
is it the same consciousness? Is it two separate? Like, how does this work? Because again, someone in chat wrote, I think the word was drakification, or when you turn to a werewolf. Like, you usually do lose your memories when you change into, and you don't remember that, and you're almost a different person in there too.
Yep.
So again, really interested in that for next episode.
Do you know what also supports the thought that he probably loses his memory? Remember when him and Tremolo had a conversation, and it was very much implied that Phaser had no idea what was going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was, I think, in the episode where Tremolo ended up dueling Yugioh to go. He went very much out of his way to protect the secret of his brother.
Yeah.
And if you watch that scene back, it looks like Phaser has zero clue as to what
I
is
agree.
going on. So I think there's already.
I also
credence
have
there.
another question. I'm thinking about it. So you asked me a question. I'm going to ask you a question back. So
Okay.
if if we're saying that Shubaha killed Phaser, Rigo Phaser, and Tremolo's parents,
Yeah.
shouldn't Tremolo be a space dragon?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I
But
think,
then
I think he is.
why is he so hell bent on protecting Phaser's secret, not his own?
Well, is his
Why can Tremolo control his space dragon?
Yeah.
as
My
much as he can?
question.
Yeah,
And
why-
Phaser's the older brother. You
why
think
isn't
more
the
Tremolo
years.
secret might
having-
be the same. Yeah.
Why isn't he having the
But
gaps
then
in time?
that would be pretty interesting. That Tremolo can remember and Tremolo can become, or maybe what's more, why does Tremolo not become a space dragon? Why is only Phaser a
Right.
space dragon?
Well, Phaser's
Are
the
they-
one in the space, but that goes back to why does the Duty Ducati space have that effect on him?
Also, is Tremolo really Phaser's brother now? You got to ask that question too. Even though you
Right.
see him at a young age,
Right.
a space
they
dragon
true?
versus a non-space dragon brother. It's I don't know how space dragons work, but it seems like your brother should be a space dragon.
I agree.
So that-
was he
again-
like adopted by the family at an early age?
And as
Exactly.
Pete said,
we've seen
so
it in Yu-Gi-Oh.
we
yeah.
keep digging. We're gonna find more and more and more questions. Like we're gonna have questions for days here, and that's why this next episode really needs to clear some stuff up about that.
Fully agree. Yeah.
Tremolo is regular alien, whatever he is.
Okay.
Had his family,
Yeah.
right? They had some kind of contentious relationship. They came across young space dragon Phaser one day, realized that he could switch back and forth. They took him in like you would take in a lost dog.
Yep.
As he grew up, Phaser, obviously being the stronger one, was there now as that big brother figure to protect Tremolo, the person he wanted all that time. That's why he loves him so much. He's so hell bent on protecting that because he knows that maybe when this space dragon, whatever, when they found him, he was in bad shape. Maybe they know around the galaxy that space dragons are basically extinct at this point, given what we
Yeah.
see Shubaha and his people.
Well, they
have done.
are. Yeah, they pretty much
And
are.
so
yeah.
that's why this secret is so absolutely important to protect, so he's not hunted.
Right.
And now his biggest fears are here.
Yeah. And someone that would hunt him is now here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad theory there. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in this next episode. And the next episode is the one that has the summary where it talks about him, bearing a terrible fate or a terrible burden, whatever the word is. So I'm sure they're going to probably do it from a sympathetic angle.
Yes.
If Phaser can't really speak because he's in that dragon form, it might all have to be explained by Shubaha or Duty Ducati or Duty Nishaw, excuse me, or Yugioh. Yeah, yeah. Isn't it also funny that this was like Yugioh's plan? So I'm sure Yugioh knew this would happen, and Yugioh still looks like shocked when it happened.
Yeah.
He still looked like
He's-
he
It
was
was
got
the
the
one
sweat
ordered
bead.
It's the majestic actual
did-
sight of it.
Yeah,
How many words did Yugioh say this episode?
none.
Yeah.
But Pete's
And
right.
he still has that effect.
Pete's
It's
right,
crazy.
because if I go to London and I look and I do everything possible to summon and find Spring-Heeled Jack, who's a cryptid that I'm sure most of you guys at home know about.
What?
If I do
Who-
everything to
Don't
confront
ask, don't
him,
ask, don't do it.
and Spring-Heeled Jack shows up in front of me and jumps 10 feet in the air, I'm gonna look like Yugioh. So even though I did everything I possibly could
to plan it.
to plan it, I knew it was going to happen. I confront Spring-Heeled Jack. He jumps 10 feet over a wall. I'm still in shock
Just leave it.
because I'm seeing the majestic.
There are
thing.
so many other.
I mean,
So
there-
many things.
No, but
Like,
that's basically what happened.
The point you made makes sense, right?
Thank
no,
you.
But
the
like
first one in a while.
But
by the way.
he knows. He's just like
there
it's like,
was
why?
maybe 10,000 other more
Bigfoot.
relatable examples.
But I
that
feel
could
like
have been them.
I feel like we don't shout out our friends over the pond that often.
I don't think anyone has heard of that cryptid in their
Spring-Heeled
life.
Jack?
Never heard of that. Now,
Have you
ever.
heard of it? Has our producer heard of it?
Purely because of that card game.
Okay. Oh, that's right, the card game. I forgot it was in that card game.
So your chat does not know what you're talking about.
No one knows. Well, maybe they don't live in England. I feel like that's like England's Bigfoot.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say that.
What am I looking at? I'm looking
don't
at
know.
McTee's screen.
Spring-Heeled Jack.
He's like
He was a cryptid in the 1800s.
It's like a it's
Thank
a
you,
Dracula with wings that can jump.
he's
That's
just a
the short
guy.
version.
He's just a dude.
No,
guy
but
in
it's
a
a guy. It's a
costume.
guy who could jump 10 feet in the air.
So he's just a guy.
Because he had springs in his
I'm
heels.
not a
That was,
guy.
So it was his shoes that did it.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I would
See,
expect.
this one
of
makes him
England.
look like the devil.
That's exactly what I would expect.
there was more creepiness with him than just that.
No. That's their third L in the last 300 years, right there.
Who, England?
Yeah.
What were their first two?
1776 and then
1812.
1812.
Like HJ FaZe makes.
and then now they had that one.
I think
Ow! Ow! Ow!
I would say Jack the Ripper was probably a bigger L than Spring Heel Jack.
All right,
Jack the Ripper was real.
Right, exactly. Spring Heel Jack, I believe, was real, but some people don't. Most people don't.
I mean, what are we talking about on this podcast?
Dude,
today?
these
Like,
drawings are
What are
hilarious,
you
by the
on
way.
today?
Dylan's on something.
Do yourself a favor, folks.
No.
Google image
No.
Spring Hill Jack. This is hilarious.
I'm sure most of you guys know who he is. Anyway,
I mean, imagine listening to this on Spotify right now with the audio only
Or
version.
hey, or
I mean, think about
Pandora.
it.
yeah, fantastic.
Or
Thank you, Pete.
Instagram,
Fantastic
Snapchat.
tie in there. You can listen to this podcast
Facebook.
on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Shout out to Dak for the win, who does a lot of behind-the-scenes work to get that up. So thank you, guys. And
Shout out Dak.
hopefully you are enjoying the
Shout out
podcast
Dak.
or the stream right now if you're here. I want to actually jump to the beginning of this episode because it's something that happened in the first 5 minutes. and then
it.
You're
was
gonna jump
kind
like
of
Spring Hill
forgotten
Jack.
about, and that was Dormammu becoming one with Yugioh.
Yep.
We actually see Yugioh's red eyes, and then sadly, we
Yeah.
never get another scene of that again. So Dormammu is currently inside of Yugioh, but we don't get anything else besides the intro of that interaction, and we also have to imagine that Yugioh is going to use those 3 cards to form a maximum, right? I mean, I think we've had some disagreements tonight. I think we can all agree on that. Those 3 Odo cards are going to become a maximum.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems
I'd have to think
Yeah,
so.
I would.
that
I'd be
seems pretty
shocked
obvious
if
to
they
me.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
What if they throws a curveball? The whole show, the whole rest of the show, up until the last episode,
They're
those
cats.
characters never reform again. They're just maximum
Oh
cards.
my
Like, they're never people
God,
again
dude.
till the literal end of the show.
Because
That-
UDC,
imagine
hey,
if they
UDC is
did
your
that.
pro tag. They could do
I
it.
mean, yeah, he is the pro.
Wow.
tag,
How
so
pissed do you think people would be?
It'd be
I
bad.
I don't know. I don't think people would be pissed until we got to like the last arc and they still weren't around, and it's like, wait a second, what happened to Yui and Yuumu? I don't think anyone would really be upset if like Yuga
He's not the pro
didn't.
tag.
Yeah, if like
We had a
Yuga
whole show
disappeared from the
with
show,
him being like the second
I don't
string.
think anyone would be mad. I wouldn't be mad. It is what it is. I like him being around, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But like if the Odo twins are gone, that would feel.
I
Kind of weird.
love just sidelining my protagonists. It's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Yugioh is the protagonist.
Sure.
Yeah. But I think they'll be back soon. I don't know about next week, but they'll be back soon. But what did you guys make of that Dormammu Ron stuff forming with Yugioh? Did you like it? Did you not like
I
it?
kind of like.
I forgot about
when,
it,
when
honestly.
I saw Ron and Dormammu talking, I think that was clearly the plan. The only way to get Yugioh the cards without kind of Phaser knowing would have been for them to fuse, and obviously Dormammu puts them in the deck as when they fuse.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
I
honestly.
did forget about that a
Yeah.
little because there was so much more going on. But definitely, I do think, however, that they are going to be uncarded after the end of the because that's what Phaser said he would do. Phaser did say that he would uncard everyone. That was the conditions of the duel, and especially if Phaser's going to turn face here because whatever happens, I think he's going to abide by that. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I'm about 75-80% sure that we'll get them back. Just because with a tournament arc, I don't think you can be missing. All of those characters for that tournament arc. You kind of need them,
Well-
right? Who's going to be the tournament?
Oh, that's true.
That's that right there. That alone, I'm like
Well, the
that.
tournament arcs in this.
Now, certainly, Yuga, I'm questionable on Yuga. I don't know because maybe Yuga does go back to 7s because the future has been changed. We're also forgetting that. We still got to see
hold
what.
on.
Agreed.
Yeah.
This
so
is going to change the future.
Exactly.
We've proved that the whole carding thing and like the dimension of that is basically through technology that's sort of unstable.
Mm-hmm.
What if? I mean, okay, tournament part aside, that we find that if Phaser loses, he goes through his end of the deal, is unable to uncard
That'd be interesting.
the Odo twins and Yuga because they went over to the other side.
That would
They
be
exited
interesting.
the dimension.
Yeah.
They're no
fair.
longer there.
That's fair.
Let's also not forget that. I'm just going to say it's Sirocco at the end of 62 left to report to somebody, I would imagine.
Yeah.
It seemed like it.
So, like, someone's going to
Otis.
learn that they're in that dimension, and that's probably not going to bode too well for them either.
No.
No.
The
You good, bro?
creator.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, so I there's a lot of questions here. I also want to talk about another Odo that was mentioned for the very first time, and that was
I had a feeling you were going to do this.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a pretty massive name drop. We finally learn the character that started UTS in the first place from the Galliant guy, and he says it was started by an ancient Odo who formed it with the hopes that one day humans and aliens will be able to live in peace. So, I mean, do you guys look into that? Do you think that's just lore building, or do you think we might see that character in some version, especially now that we know, well, you can travel to the future, go rush to Sevens. You could probably also travel to the past in that carded world.
Why not?
Do you think they have a DeLorean to do that?
Well, they don't have the DeLorean, but they got the next best thing, the relic.
I don't know if I would want to travel with that thing.
I think
Is that
it's,
thing street
it's
legal?
forced travel.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think,
I always love something forced.
right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So to
What?
that point,
Can you hit whatever you want to hit after that one?
Do-
Use the force.
do you think that we're going to see an Ancestor Odo?
I think so.
Okay.
I want to say. I
If
don't
not-
know if yes or no, but I want to say
See
yes.
that's one of those things that I'm more. I don't think we're gonna. I think it's a nice little touch that they throw it in there. It is interesting they don't like give you more than that, but again, all you need to know is that the Odo line has been trying to bring together aliens and humans for a long time. Like that, I think that's the whole point of it. Like right now, because right now, what's happening in this arc? We have someone who's trying to say aliens are bad and they need to be separated. So I think that's just kind of a almost like a little tidbit, like, hey, the Odos of UTS has always tried to do the right thing and keep aliens, and humans they can coexist. So
Yeah.
if it's not, again, that'd be interesting too, as long as they can tie it in and make and explain it well. I'm cool with it either way. So I wouldn't be mad at it, but I just think I think that was meant to be like, hey, Phaser's trying to say that they can't be together. But UTS has always said, "Hey, aliens and people can coexist."
I think it's gonna be something that maybe they reference the character again or show like a flashback of the character or something like that, but not actually the character showing up in their time or them going back to that ancestor's time. I don't think that'll happen.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if it will or not. I'm leaning yes, but it's definitely probably unlikely.
You're leaning copium.
But that one's definitely I feel more.
That
of
one's
a-
one of your more. If you really
it's
that's going to be
a copium hope. But I also think it's interesting
Copium.
because if aliens and humans are able to coexist, there's not really a need for UTS anymore.
and that's why they're not there anymore.
So couldn't that be
Yeah.
why they're not in the
Oh
future?
yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But it also
Could be.
it doesn't explain why aliens are gone then from that.
Are
point.
aliens? I think
they?
I don't see. I think you're wrong there.
They
Are
could be
aliens
so
actually
intertwined
gone?
in society
in
that they
black.
don't even realize.
Like, are you really saying aliens are like gone?
Yeah, but if
Like,
you're living coexisting
what's
with them, they
the,
wouldn't
what's
need
the
to-
Luke man?
The Luke man, but he was created in the Sevens world.
But here's the thing.
And is he an alien? He's like a
Ju-
manga drawing brought to life.
I still think there's aliens in Seven's world.
Outside of Sirocco and the job girl, I don't agree with you.
That's fair. That's fine.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
nothing wrong
okay,
with that.
hold on.
Like
Nail may be of alien lineage.
They could be of alien
that's
lineage.
and that's your thing too. Is like
So
because
is
we have the
Luke.
Luke,
So
right?
same
The
with
Luke.
Luke.
So is
the Luke
Luke.
has power. So
so could you?
they may not be prominent and
So
they may
could
be
you-
not documented that they're. But I think
Could
that's what.
But wouldn't something
But
have had to have changed where aliens no longer are able to live free and peacefully?
We don't know
No,
that.
because I think that's the thing. Is like there's no denomination of alien and human in Seven's world. Everyone's equal. That's what UTS's goal was, right? Is everyone we live together. It doesn't matter if you're an alien or a human.
Yeah,
But
maybe
no, but
they
if-
just
what if-
Now,
don't.
it
why
is-
don't we see them?
True, I agree with that statement. Is that we don't have any blatant looking alien characters, right?
But
Besides Sirocco.
But she's not. She looks like a human though. I'm saying blatant.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking tentacles.
Yeah, like the ones
eyes.
we saw in this episode. Sure,
Yeah,
I agree
like
with
those
you there.
So
Yeah, yeah.
those are not around. So I do for that reason. That's why I'm not 100% sold on my own, feelings.
Yeah.
But I do think if UTS's goal and they're gone in the Sevens world or at that point in time, maybe they succeeded. Now aliens and people can live. What about the Goha siblings?
Yeah, I mean they
They
I
came
think-
in on a spaceship.
Yeah, I think Luke called them aliens, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they actually were aliens.
But see how these little see how we're
Yeah.
teetering again?
yeah,
That's my point.
They
It's
didn't
like,
look like aliens.
You're absolutely right. They didn't. And again, that's why that's my theory doesn't have a lot of traction. Oh, Pete's done with us already. I think Pete's done with us.
Yeah.
What? Say it. Say what you want to say. What do you want to say? Where you been?
I forgot that one goes.
Do you want to
that
say
long.
something, Pete?
I mean, honestly,
Pete's like, I gotta go.
I'm just tired of you on this podcast today.
Tired of Dredge?
No, you.
Tired? What
I
do you
just
mean?
like. I feel like.
I'm the middle.
Like
between
I know this is what you do, and I love you for it. But like, there's not a lot to talk about in this episode. We talked a lot last episode because there was a million things
Absolutely.
to talk about.
Yeah.
And like for a penultimate episode for an arc, I just thought it was solid. Like there wasn't anything crazy, and I feel like we're just digging here. You know, you're digging at China for no reason.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm digging, but that's fair.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't. I really do believe in that.
I feel like I think Nick T and Cal are just vibing. Peaches is on the
a good
opposite,
time, bro.
and I'm in the middle here. I'm trying to like play both sides. I'm like on a tennis court playing both sides of the game.
Dredge just sit in the car like this.
Yeah, you're on the fence.
Yeah.
Talk
Well,
about
need
I'm
to get
sitting,
off
I'm
the
sitting
fence.
on the net.
I
I'm
need you to get off
balancing
the
on that
fence.
net.
That's
right
fair.
now.
Well, the
Judge, you're
episode
the ball boy.
ultimately left us with a lot of questions.
I'd be a
I
good
think
ball
we're
boy.
going to learn
I
a
get all
lot
those balls.
next week. I think next week's going to be a big plot dump.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, the
Yeah.
arc finales are always
Plot
we're
dump,
and we're
duel
analyzing
dump.
the new arc. We got so many things going on.
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
think we should just be more talking about the episode itself.
Well, I think I've touched everything I've wanted to.
I don't know.
touch.
Like you didn't like any of that back and forth parts of Phaser and Yugioh, but particularly Yugioh like taking all the blame on himself.
Yeah.
That, like he was the cause of this, even though he really isn't.
But that's always
like,
been his
yeah.
his character.
I don't know. Like for me, in that moment, the whole build up to that of all the aliens' residency at this time, like I don't know. I thought that was impactful. I thought it was really smart when MIK and Phaser tried to scare
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
actual citizens by
That was
throwing
pretty
out
funny.
aliens. They literally even yelled,
like
"Oh
that.
my god!" Like
I'm
aliens.
scared.
Like they tried. I thought that was a
Yeah.
really smart plan. Like
that was fun.
brilliant
Yeah.
tactic.
those
that felt
parts,
right on his
I thought
face.
were like the great writing of this episode.
I think
Agreed.
I think
And it's-
Phaser's, like you said, of him kind of putting the blame on Yugioh and getting Yugioh to think that it really was his fault. That's like the classic like villain
Manipulator.
mind trick
Manipulator,
where
yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
they manipulate you into thinking you're wrong because they're trying to get you to your weakest point and then just destroy you rather than you fighting back and
Yeah.
being like, no, that wasn't me. This is your fault. I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah.
And you always have to like triumph over yourself first before you can actually
No.
take out Phaser.
I definitely agree with that. I just like when villains they're liars, and I mean
Yeah.
he's not lying, but he also kind of is by his
Yeah.
actions because he said, "All right, I'll do this if you deal me damage," and then he changed it up in an equally horrible thing
Yeah.
he did when he dealt damage. Like
Later.
I love when stuff is done like that,
Yeah.
and I wish we got to see more of those moments, and
Yeah.
we're not going to. I mean, maybe
No.
with other villains or
But not
antagonists in the other
Phaser.
arcs, but it was fun.
Yeah.
And I like that part. It's just like, I know you have a lot of copium for this girl and all this stuff. I can't get on board with you there.
That's fair.
It's okay.
and I
DJ, the
I
producer
also
wants to get on the
will
buy.
say it's not out of the realm of possibility to like see this ancient Odo ancestor.
Yep.
I just think it would have been extremely more likely if they dropped another name like
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah, I agree.
Odo. Then it would have been like, ooh, okay.
Yeah,
The
I
fact that
agree
you
with
just say just a generic Odo ancestor
I agree with that.
makes me think it's probably just lore building.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we said. Kind of like
I agree with
the
that
build
part.
up with the UTS has always tried. The Odos have always tried to help aliens and humans.
Well, and to your point, it's all about the mind games, right? Like, is Yugioh a better duelist than Phaser? I think so. Phaser probably has that fear, but like, and I said
You think
Ex-
Yugioh is a better duelist than Phaser?
I do.
I do.
I think
Really?
Yugioh is
I
going to
do.
beat him. Yeah.
I agree with
I
that.
think the
I don't know if I agree with that.
they're both very good.
Yeah.
They're both top 5. I will say, if the 6 of us have the best men's volleyball team, beach volleyball we'll call it,
We do pretty good.
in the state,
Here we go.
and we
Okay,
get
that's
on the
good.
court, we get on the sand, we feel the sand on the feet.
It's
and,
warm.
And the team
very
that
warm.
we're playing take off their shirt, 8-packs, all 6 of them.
Yeah, we know we're done.
Well, it's the mind games, right? And they're saying, "Oh, look at you, twig arms." That's what they're calling me. And I know, I know that now I know I'm a better player than Joshua, who just said that about me. But I'm looking at
Joshua seems like he would say that.
I'm looking at his 8-packs. I'm looking at his biceps. And now all of a sudden, even though we're the best team in the state, we're at a disadvantage because he's playing the mind games before the game's even started.
Right.
And that
Essentially.
he's
that
cooking.
is
Let him cook.
exactly what Phaser did with
He's
Yugioh
not cooking.
in this
he didn't
episode.
turn the stove on.
That is exactly what Phaser did.
Yeah.
I said an example. I used tennis, but I said an example very similar in my episode review. And that was really good. But to that point, it is a shame that we're not going to see more of those back and forth and mind game tactics with Phaser and Yugioh. We also got robbed of it with Tremolo and Yugioh because, and that was something that I said I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see more banter. And a lot of people in chat rightfully said, well, Tremolo was about to get into it, and then he was like, wait, I can't let myself get carried away. I'm on a mission to get Sky Fisher. And he ultimately succeeded in that mission. But now we look at that and we're like, well, we're not going to probably see Tremolo duel again as the villain. So, like, with both of those characters, in that regard, there probably is a little bit to be desired for sure. Yeah.
I just want to make the comment that my volleyball team is 3-3. So
Damn.
You're also as part of a volleyball team?
yeah, and
How
so
do they
we
play-
every
Is this the
every
same
game
league?
counts. We play 3 games against each team. Every game counts. No, I'm in a with
It's all right, bro.
I play
It's
in
all right.
Belmont.
Well,
I
to
had
be
no idea
fair-
there was this many volleyball leagues.
To be fair, the teams we played against had like an average height of like 6'3".
Well, yeah.
Both
But that's what I
teams.
mean. See, you're
We're in the-
letting
no,
it
but
psych
we're
you
in
out.
we're in the
non-competitive.
casual fun
Yeah,
league.
there's a casual and a competitive.
And
yeah,
these guys
I'm
are
in
like
casual.
the guy on the team we played last year was like 6'7".
You know there's always that.
Yeah, he was enormous.
Oh,
That's
God.
that's
dude. You don't stand a chance.
And he was just a setter.
No, yeah. And he was the short one.
What?
It's a Space Jam brought to life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh jeez.
Yeah,
that was
it,
the team we played the first week.
No.
it is. It's crazy, man.
It was a great analogy, dude.
Thank you.
And just a sport that we don't talk about enough, volleyball. Thanks for bringing that up.
Beach volleyball. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting for sure. All right, let's. You want to do some donation super chats?
I think so.
Yeah, you
It's a good
wanna-
idea.
You want to start?
Yeah.
off?
Let's get
Thank
ripping.
Thank you, DJ. I want to thank all of you guys for being here as always.
That
Thank you
works.
for all the
problem,
love and support. You guys are incredible. $8.88 donation from Crystal Colden. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Crystal. I
Crystal.
appreciate it. What is it with these episodes? What is it with these last episodes that have secondary reasons why I like the episode? First, Kat, Yuga, and Yuhi, and now Space Dragon Phaser. I want Yuga and or Yuhi and a Phaser figure right now. Well, the only Rush figure we've gotten, I think we've gotten Seven's Road Magician as a figure. I don't know if we've gotten any other Rush monster or Rush character. We may have gotten a Yuga figure as well. Kat Yuga, Kat Yuhi. Cat Yuumu will probably never get. Space Dragon Phaser.
No,
What?
we're not
It
getting.
would be genius, like.
It would be really cool. And a space. Could you imagine a Space Dragon Phaser statue?
That'd be
That'd
hard.
be
I
really
was just
cool.
about to ask you. You would buy that, right?
I would buy that.
Yeah.
Yes, I would buy that. Absolutely.
I buy that for $1.
That would be super, super cool. But I don't, it is a secondary reason. But to be honest, Crystal, I think a lot of people probably like the episode because of the end. And that was Space Dragon Phaser. So I think that's fair. Brian Ford, thank you for the $7 donations. Brian, you are the man. Now that we know Phaser is a dragon, he officially is the best character in Go Rush, maybe in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Now I am in full support of Phaser in all of his actions. I only criticize him for not executing the Jersey Devils on the spot. What the hell?
That was
Nick T,
that
you
was a
wanna go with that?
fantastic donation.
No,
Something
who
I
said that?
I
Oh,
agree
God.
with.
Brian Ford.
Brian Ford.
How can
Get
you?
him outta
But you
here.
live in New Jersey.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
As I've said for many weeks, on this podcast,
Okay.
be on the right side of history.
It's
okay?
not about the right side of
and
history.
This,
What?
hey,
What? Say it. Say what you want to say.
and I will, and I will.
Where you been?
Okay, we saw in the original timeline, which we should have kept it that way. What happened to these
Oh,
aliens? Okay, we saw when Phaser won. We got to get back.
The
to that.
Jersey Devils are the best parts of the state that we've all grown up in.
Well, I mean,
I thought you were going to say
All
of the
right.
series, and I was going to agree.
I am serious.
No, I thought you were going to say of the series.
Oh, no. I was going to say of the state that we've grown up in.
So out of all the things that New Jersey has ever done,
Yes.
the Jersey Devils are the best.
No. The Jersey Devils represent all the best parts about New Jersey.
can you give me how?
Yes, please.
Lasagna.
Explain.
Yep.
Just no. Don't
I'll
rebuttal.
let Nick T take over. Yeah, thank you. I'll let Nick T take over. Let me
Don't
talk
even
to you.
rebuttal.
Yeah.
There's nothing to
Yeah.
rebuttal.
The out
There's
of
nothing.
context there for DJ is probably wild right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Not knowing about the whole lasagna
There-
scene.
Well, and the out of
in
context
this
for
show
anyone-
that are Jersey Devils, and they eat lasagna. They're in tracksuits. They're like Italians.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Yes,
the
it
stereotype.
is.
Yeah,
A
for sure.
little bit.
Well, there's a
Oh,
lot of
and-
Italians
and-
in New Jersey. Just look at
That's
us.
true.
The big one is
Did you
named
say just look at
Mama
us?
Jersey. And
Most
it's
of
like,
us are
basically it's
Italians.
the big
I'm
Italian
not
mother.
Italian.
Yeah.
That's why I said most of us. That's why I said
Still
most of us.
two-thirds of us are.
Yes. It's crazy,
It's
but they
crazy.
also represent. I think they
Lasagna. I can't
represent
believe you just said
childlike
that.
wonder.
That's insane.
Wow.
The Jersey Devils. I
insane.
think they represent childlike wonder that we all had before we
Yeah, like
before we
agree.
realized how tough it is to live in the state.
I would agree with you until you look into like maybe the origin story of the Jersey Devil. Maybe not. Much
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
Dylan,
and
you
also,
need to
like,
really learn about this.
you are
I've gone hunting for it.
reaching, bro.
About the lasagna.
And hey, let me talk to you. Let me teach you a little bit.
Hey, let me talk.
I want you to stop
Oh, he's
Shut
got
up,
the-
right now.
About the lasagna.
We're gonna stop this way that they are the best elements of the state. We're gonna leave it there. I agree with Brian's donation. You don't have to. Let's move on to the next one.
What would you have? Property taxes? Is that the best thing in the state?
No.
You're
Wow.
What do we-
bro. You're losing me.
Bruce Springsteen.
I'm
You know,
hopping on the other
Or
side.
would you have Bruce Springsteen?
You know,
number one?
this is why we need a separate podcast, like more after darks, because this needs to be handled
this needs
somewhere
to be
else.
the after dark.
Okay.
Oh my God,
True.
this is crazy. Brian Ford, thank you for another $2 donation. I need the Ryugu brothers to be major characters from here on out because if they just introduce dragons just for them to die in this arc, I'm going to lose my mind. Well, I will say to put your mind at ease, Brian, especially after the Jersey comment you just made, the creature that eats space dragon Shubaha is right next door to this duel playing out. So I wouldn't worry too much about them getting killed off this arc. But somebody that eats those space dragons is right next door.
Do you feel good about yourself?
I don't feel good about it. I'm just stating the facts. I'm stating the unbiased facts. That's all I'm doing.
They're gonna be gone.
That's all I'm doing. He wanted the Jersey Devils to get killed.
I mean, why not?
Maybe the Phaser brothers get killed.
Sometimes we have to make sacrifices to build up our villains, and why not than 3 useless characters?
I think
I agree. They should.
I
They should feed Chupataro 3 times over to any.
That I agree with. I would
okay,
support
see,
that.
we could all agree on that.
Everyone, we could all get together. It will put him, Hunt, and
Yes.
Nick
Okay.
Yagi for you.
Oh,
We'll put them all in a
I-
rocket. and
You
we'll
know
launch
what?
'em
You
up.
know what?
Whoa.
I'm so thankful that you're willing to come to the table on the first 2. You
I-
can keep Nick Yagi alive. I'll take.
All right,
I'll take
all right.
Hunter Chupataro.
We're making
I'll
progress.
take
We're making
Hunter.
progress.
Wow.
All right, so the third one is Caliber then.
Oh my god, I got dark quick. Yikes. I wouldn't feed you Cal, bro.
This is nuts. Crystal Colden, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Appreciate you, Crystal. Where's Waldo? Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush version with the nameless girl.
Yes,
That's
yes.
pretty much what it's become. I mean,
we shouldn't talk about it. It's too controversial.
we can't talk about it. It's obviously too hot for this topic.
Good.
That's
Say that for an after dark.
We'll save it.
Could
We're
you
not
at
gonna save it
least?
for an after dark. At this point, it's just a matter of waiting and seeing.
Could
what
you
happens.
just roll with this theory, but make an actual separate video? I just want you to get flamed.
I'm gonna make a video.
Yeah, I wanna
no,
get
I actually
flamed.
I've already commissioned a thumbnail for it.
I'll come.
so the video's happening.
What a waste
I'll
of money.
come and speak on the video.
I might have you join in for like
Yeah.
2 minutes. To,
Of course.
Yeah.
I would be in.
It's
yes.
gonna be scripted, so you just have to read off a script.
Oh, I love
Hey,
reading
I'll-
scripts.
I'll
Well,
read the script.
yeah, give him a teleprompter.
Oh, can we get a teleprompter?
I will read anything that comes up on that teleprompter.
thing sucks.
Crystal, though, thank you so much for the support. Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation. I wasn't expecting Duty Nishon's power coming back in the show. I thought it was just for comedy. Also, I hope for Dylan's sake that the Jersey Devils come back to Earth. Well, I think they did. I think
They
they
did. They're
caught
back.
the ship on the way back.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, Duty Nishon showing up was really was really surprising. I did not expect that to be the case. But Nick T, what were your thoughts when Nishaw came out of the box?
I thought that was honestly the last character I expected to come out of the box.
He was debating whether he wanted to even go or not.
That was the thing. He was still like mulling it over.
Yeah.
And
Do
it was
I go or
already
do I not go? So I
They-
guess
they
Shabbat just put him in a box.
They
like,
just
I'm
put him in
taking
the
this guy.
box, and when the box was landing, I was like, "What's in the box?"
What's in
Yeah.
the box?
Yeah. Crazy stuff. But yeah, no, seriously. Thank God for the Jersey Devils being okay. Crystal Colden, thank you for the $2 donation. Is it a good thing I've been having a clogged ear for this podcast? Joking. I am fine. Allergies attacking my ear this year. Well, I'm happy you're able to listen to the podcast. But
Well,
in all honesty, I'm more happy that you're feeling
Of course,
okay.
and if you couldn't listen to it live, you could always listen on Spotify, your favorite streaming
Spotify,
podcast
U2's,
area.
Apple Music. Yeah, there's a lot of
course.
great
Yeah,
platforms.
that's fine.
Pandora,
Maybe. Do they have a podcast
um,
service?
a lot of really good services.
Radio.
Yes, they do.
Linktree, yeah. Dark Emperor J, thank you for the $2 donation. Random question: if you got to pick the type of cake at your wedding, what would you choose?
Wait. I'm gonna time out that one. You do get to choose that.
Yeah, I know.
No, I think he's saying like, pick it now, hypothetically.
I think by
Hypothetically
saying,
speaking-
I think by saying
just
if you
the
got to
the
pick
base
it means
flavor or like the whole
Oh
cake?
no, you got to pick the icing. You got to
Yeah,
pick the
everything.
cake type and your cream filling.
well, it's going to be red velvet, the cake.
Really, you going
Uh,
red velvet?
red
Well,
velvet
so
cake.
we have to be.
When
so
I
you
am
gotta
a
do half and
regular
half.
guest of this wedding, I can't wait for that real cake.
You got to do half and half. You got to do half the cake one, half the cake the other. You got to appease everybody.
No, I
So-
don't. It's my wedding. I will have a
No,
that's the only
Awful,
cake.
terrible.
I'll have a gluten.
Never
I
that.
love
cake. There's
ice
people that
cream.
can't have gluten.
Yeah.
How about that?
No, he said
That's
you know
what
that
Dylan
you
would
just have
have.
ice cream and other snacks and desserts.
I'll
for
have a
it.
gluten-free cake for the
No,
people that
don't do
can't
that.
have it.
That's
You should do
dumb.
a-
Half my family's gluten-free. It's
Don't
fine.
do it.
It'll happen.
For someone who lives with someone
No,
who's
it'll
gluten
be
free,
two cakes.
don't do it.
It'll be the real cake and then the gluten-free
Oh,
cake.
okay, that's fine.
So you're
Yeah,
saying
You
it
could do a
tastes
Sunday
worse?
station.
It does. It
Gluten
tastes-
free cake. It's missing the main component of what makes cake cake.
Gluten.
Do you want someone to die? Okay.
No, I don't want them to
That's what
die.
it's
I want
there
them to
for.
eat something else so I can enjoy my wedding
not
cake.
gonna
That's what I
die
want.
from eating a
Like,
piece of
hello.
cake.
Oh, I don't know.
Um,
I don't know.
But no, so you can answer the question there, Dylan. I
Red
apologize.
velvet, vanilla ice.
I have
Red
no
velvet
idea.
with no. Cream cheese or buttercream with red velvet.
No,
Are you
that's
kidding
that's
me?
in the middle. That's in the middle.
So just regular. So what's on the
Buttercream
top?
filling.
Just vanilla with
Vanilla.
red velvet.
I'm
Oh, this guy doesn't.
I'm
this
gonna
guy don't know
forego a
cakes.
cake and do a giant devil dog.
This guy, throw him right to jail.
Shut up, bitch.
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
That's such a good idea.
Where's Ivrea? Ivrea, please
That's
be
such-
here. Vanilla. Wait, like, see, vanilla. See, Ivrea answered correctly.
She said, "Excuse me."
That's such a good idea.
"Bro, a giant."
All right. Well.
All right.
Actually, Bree, that
Vree's cake sounds
sounds
normal.
excellent. Now,
Vanilla buttercream
I
with
won't.
chocolate
I won't be
ganache.
able to make the wedding, but if you could give me a
Oh my-
slice on the way home, that'd be
Holy
great.
sh-
Make him a
Pete,
little
Pete, I'll
doggy
bring
bag.
a Tupperware for
Little
you.
care
I'll
package, yeah.
I'll put some in.
I want to let you know there's gonna be different vibes at all y'all's weddings. At Nick T's, I'm getting plastered.
Yes. So am I, bro.
It is gonna be
Let's speed that
crazy.
one up. I want to see this happen.
All right.
All right, man.
Elaine.
Well, I have something to announce to you guys.
Remember when Trent did that to us?
Yes.
Wait, what?
When you did that to
When
us?
you made it seem like
You did
Oh,
the,
that
the
was
fake
engaged.
engagement.
Yeah, that was good.
That was you
that-
got us on that
You
one.
still have that
Yeah,
clip?
you
Yeah,
got
because
us
it's on
on that one.
YouTube.
Yeah,
so
that
it
clip's
still
on
exists.
Got us
YouTube.
on that
Yeah,
one.
that was a good time.
Yeah, crazy. Elaine, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Hi, Dylan and crew. Good episode. My favorite part of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush watch along is Dylan saying they ordered on Amazon Prime and Ron pitches like Nick T. Maybe the reason
That's a statement. I
Maybe
was
the-
there.
maybe
That
the-
was great.
Maybe the reason why the timeline is
No.
the same
All-star.
is because the creator changed it back after Yuga ruined it. Could be. I mean, when you have time travel, you can really. I mean, that's not a bad theory. But saying they ordered on Amazon Prime.
You did say that, and you said
What,
that
what was that about?
the package that they'd ordered, and you're like, it never comes in 2 days.
Oh, that's
Oh,
what it
you
was.
did say
Right,
that, and
yeah,
I was
did.
I was laughing because I remember
did.
I'm like
It never does.
I get my Amazon
mine
like
always come in-
always
yeah.
in 2 days, like next
Mine's
day or 2
always.
days.
The espresso cups
They
I
just
ordered
don't like you.
yesterday.
Oh yeah, those.
My packages take longer than that.
That's because you're pre-ordering these $80 Funko Pops that take
That
forever
is
to come.
not true at all.
Dylan, how many Funko Pops did you order on pre-order to get a chase?
7,
In
6.
one instance, I had to order 4 comments to get a chase.
No, but there's JJK ones you're waiting on.
Is
What
there
JJK
more
ones
since
are you
last
waiting
week,
on?
or
No more since
No,
last
no more since last. But it's the JJK ones that he
week.
did.
The JJK released a new wave. I like. the
How many did you
show.
get?
I got I think
Mine,
I
you're
got
the one
I think
on
I got
top.
5.
No. I think you got 6.
I may have gotten 6.
Thank you.
you did get sick?
I think I got
So
6.
the My Hero
Eh,
one up top's not new?
No, it's
No,
not.
it's
Really?
not.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of cha-chings on that one.
Okay. Elaine,
good.
the reason the timeline is the same is because the creator changed it back after Yuga ruined it. Could be possible.
He might
right?
have that
I
kind
mean,
of power.
When you're dealing with this, as Pete said many times, as I think we've probably all said, there's so many things that you could write that could make sense
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
so ambiguous. So I think, Elaine, that's not
There-
a horrible theory
There
at all.
is also no evidence that it is the exact same. Because you're only there for such a brief moment in time.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
could be. Yeah.
And the data not being there about UTS and stuff where like files got lost could be them just hiding some things because they've sensed Yuga's travel back and forth.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
There's a lot that I feel like can still go
They can
behind the
explain it
scenes
away
there.
pretty easily.
Yeah. I
They
like it,
didn't
Elaine.
make that analog comment for no reason.
Exactly.
Right.
I agree.
100%.
Agreed.
We have some super chats, and then we're going to
Nice.
get into the episode 64 summary. We don't have anything beyond 64
Nothing beyond 64. Just the title, right, of 65. And,
and
that's it.
66, which is the Galaxy Cup. Yeah.
All right, so we have your boy Cal Breezy has been a member for 42 months.
Thanks.
Ooh.
Oh, sheesh.
And
Can I get a-
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The comment
No,
is simply,
that wasn't the same.
hello everyone. That's it. That's all.
Thank you, Cal. I appreciate you.
Thanks, Cal.
Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate
Wow.
We got a $2 super chat from Crystal Colden.
it. Thank you, Crystal.
And Crystal said, "Where are Yuhi and Yumu's parents again, Dill?"
Where are Yuhi and Yumu's parents? Assumingly dead.
Well, they left the company them after that car crash, right?
Well, right. We don't know if a car crash.
Disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, they haven't even said anything, but like I will say this, to be fair to Bridge, we thought Yuga's mom and his parents would just they're just non-existent. Yuga's mom did show up.
True.
Luke's grandfather was there.
Yeah.
So like we got a little bit of parent stuff.
Where is Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's parents?
Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man's parents are
What?
dead.
Say it. Say what you want to say.
There it is.
What do you want to say?
What if-
Where you been?
What if that's Yuhi to his parents when they show up at the doorstep?
I had to die so you could live.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, you don't know.
I don't know. I think their parents might be the topic of a true crime podcast.
Okay, all right, we're moving on.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal.
Yikes.
Pink Penguin has been a member for 8 months at Slifer Red.
Yeah. Thank you, Pink.
Pink says, "Hey everyone, I'm such a Slifer slacker." LMAO.
I thought that was going to go in
So
a
you're like
different
Dylan.
direction, so I'm really happy.
She's like Dylan then. She's
Pink,
like
I'd help you get to Raw Yellow. Don't worry.
You'll help her?
You'll
said?
help-
You will
I'm sorry,
not
what
help
was
her.
that?
You're,
You'll help her?
Yeah.
You are absolutely
Are you
garbage.
I said I will
Sure
help her
about
get to
that?
Raw Yellow.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, I believe he would help if he had the ability to do it.
I actually just watched a really annoying Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. That reminded me of that. A Rod Yellow lost a duel they should not have lost, and it really was just like,
What was the duel?
I can't say because he's watching.
It's the whole
Oh.
thing's been
No, it's
spoiled.
fine. Don't say it. Thank you, Pink.
It'll take up too much time.
KP has been a member for 47
Oh, thanks,
months
Kay.
at
Thank you, Kay.
Obelisk Blue.
Thank you,
Kay
Kay.
said, "Hello, boys. Liking the new setup for the podcast.
Thank you
Hope everyone has been
for
doing
the
well.
dono."
One day we'll have a fun chat." Crying face.
We will.
Absolutely.
But also,
Kay's
there's
birthday
something
is
more
today.
important.
it's
Yeah.
KP's birthday.
It's
Kay's
KP's birthday.
All right.
birthday today.
3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear KP. Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Happy birthday, Kay.
Happy birthday, Kay.
Thank you. Thank you, Kay. Thank you for the channel membership for a crazy long time, Kay. I hope you had a great birthday.
That's so much better
Thank you.
than trying to do it over Discord.
You can't do it over this.
That was
No,
rough,
Di-
but also
Discord is
you
the
threw
best.
me off with doing the slow version. I was
I
like,
did.
What's going on here?
He does like the hang. He goes,
Because
we're already halfway.
because it's her birthday. Because like if it's like, hey, my birthday's coming up or my birthday just
All right, we'll
passed,
do
we
quick.
speed it up.
Happy birthday
If
to
it's
you.
the
I don't
actual
think you've
day,
ever said that.
No, I don't think
It's
I'm
unestablished.
bullshitting. I'm
I'll-
bullshitting. I'm
Thank you.
bullshitting a reason.
Thank you.
But
That's
also,
why
I
we
want to
did
say,
it.
You've been
if
doing that your whole life.
and you do it
Bullshit.
every
true.
time you
Oh
count
my
us
God.
down at a different rate that
Always.
you're about to sing
Always.
the song. So I have no idea where it's
What are
going
you
to go.
talking about?
You're like, all right, 3, 2, 1, and then you slow happy. It's like,
Yeah.
how is that?
And then
a
this time it
countdown?
was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. It's like,
Like,
I
it
thought,
wasn't
yeah,
a
I thought
countdown
you were
if
gonna
it's not
go
the same.
slow count to slow sing, and you went slow count to fast.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Exactly.
Or other way around.
Well,
Yeah,
Kay, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. Thank you
Everybody
so much.
wish Kay happy
Thank you,
birthday.
Kay.
She's been a
Happy
mod
birthday.
for a long time. So wish her
Thank
happy
you,
birthday.
Kate.
We have another new member for 2 months at Slifer Red, and that's Natalie Lopez.
Thank you guys for all the
Natalie.
memberships. The ladies coming through. Thank you, Natalie.
And Natalie said she's a sleeper agent, Dylan. Her mouth is visible. That's in reference to the
Yeah,
girl.
the creator character. Yeah.
I have it up.
She's a sleeper agent.
I'm glad you have it up.
They just have to say her
This is a-
activation phrase.
Bro, what movie was that they did that? That was Angelina Jolie, wasn't that? Wasn't she?
Are you talking about Wanted?
She wasn't a
No,
sleeper
not
agent in
Wanted.
there.
It
It's
was,
like straight face.
Her
yeah.
mouth might. Her mouth.
on
Her mouth might be
Salt.
slightly
Yes,
visible.
Salt. That was an
Yeah.
interesting movie.
Yeah.
That you have to really analyze
But
that.
it's just
DJ, do you see a
Salt.
mouth on that
Salt. It's
character?
an action movie
Slight
sometimes.
mouth.
It's just a
Okay.
flat line.
Slight mouth,
That's
but
what she
still,
used to do
the
movies.
point still
Not
exists.
smiling.
Not
Not
smiling.
smiling.
There
I
is
agree. Here we
There-
go.
There is a line. So
There's
good
something
point there,
when you
Natalie.
zoomed in there that
Yeah.
is just terrifying.
Yeah, it's
And I don't know what it is, but it's
Enhance.
scary.
If you look into that character long enough, you'll start seeing the creator.
keep zooming in.
Colin Cleves donated
Hey, man, you
$5.
gotta-
Colin
hold on.
Cleves with 5.
We gotta start hanging out more.
I tried to skip
You
it. I tried
gotta
to
get
skip
out.
it.
Like
gotta get
I
out.
think all the working between the two jobs, I think something's really happened. We're gonna correct that this weekend. All right? I'm a little worried about you. Cal, you can go.
I've been
Thank you,
worried for a
Natalie.
while, but yes. Colin Cleves donated $5.
Thank you. Thank you, Colin.
Nice. Colin said, "Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, where one man spends 20 minutes deciphering a half-second shot."
Bro
Wait,
is
wait,
so
time
mad.
out.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wait, time
So
out. Who
mad.
said that again?
Colin.
All right, Colin, I want to apologize when it's the creator. That's all I'm
Colin and
saying.
Colin.
Oh.
And I will
Colin's-
apologize
Colin's
to
one of
you.
the few people that I know if she will apologize.
Yeah, and
For
I
the
will
record, when you were talking about it, Colin said, I am absolutely not apologizing.
did.
Oh, did he? All right, we tried.
Well, Colin, if you think that's crazy, just wait until this very own channel uploads a 10 to 15 minute theory video
I
as
can't
to
wait.
why she's the creator.
I can't wait to read my script. I'm so excited.
That's crazy.
Guys, remember, you're part of the reason that this clown has 100,000 subs on YouTube. I just want you to remember that.
102,000.
You're part.
And
of the
I'm
problem.
very grateful for all of you. I really
Thank
am.
you.
Thank
Hey.
you. Thank you again.
It's at the very least, it's entertaining.
Cal, you're doing great,
That's it.
by the way.
We got $20 from
Oh.
Natalie Lopez.
Natalie, very
Why do
big
you
super.
close your eyes when we make love?
Why is that on there, dude? When did you add that?
I've heard all these at least once. That's the scary part.
All right, let me try that again. Natalie Lopez donated $20.
Thank you, Natalie. No, not
Why do you close your
Thank you, Natalie. Natalie said she will get activated by the creator at the right time. Also loved how villainous Phaser is. Loved the mannerisms. Pete. Are we going to have a quiz over the timeline? What if Shubaha killed Phaser's parents?
We can do another timeline next week. There's definitely going to be.
We'll get the
test.
whiteboard out.
Oh my god, I'm crying. Oh,
The second one's
I
over.
forgot
Yes,
that was
Natalie,
on
be
the
ready.
sound.
I
forgot that was
remember
on
you
the
put that on
soundboard.
there.
Why,
You told me
though?
you're doing that, and I'm like, that's too
that was
much.
elite timing,
I put
producer
I
DJ.
put that on there. I mean, almost a year ago, probably.
Oh,
I've
my
never
stomach
used
hurts.
that. That's one
I
that.
don't think you've ever played
No,
it.
that's one that's never. Been
I was here the day you put it in. I was like,
was
that's not
so,
necessary.
like,
He never played it. I'm like,
It
all right,
was
no
so
biggie.
out of context. It was random as hell.
As soon as Cal started talking.
It's
always a count.
It's so long. It's another like.
Natalie, I want to thank you
my God.
truly for the very, very, very generous $20 super chat.
Thank you,
Thank you
Natalie.
so much. Yeah, I mean it's a really good point here. If Shubaha killed Phaser's parents, I don't know if that would really change the timeline too much, unless maybe that was an event that didn't happen like on the original timeline, and maybe the creator like influenced it somehow. But I don't know. I think there definitely is some validation to the thought that Shubaha was involved in the murder of the Ryugu brothers' parents. I think there's some
Yeah.
There's some credence.
I
there.
also think.
I mean, that's pretty dark.
Yeah.
No, but like
right?
it doesn't.
Their parents
mean,
died.
It doesn't mean that he's the one that did it, but it could have been like his.
Or maybe he
people.
ate them after they
But
died.
like that could be kind of cool because it's a very gray area. Because then you can't look at Shubaha as like a hero in this case. Like he's also kind of shitty.
He was doing,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was doing
Oh,
what
yeah.
he needed to do to survive. It just happened
Well,
to
I
happen
said
to
that's food
somebody
chain.
else.
The
in
way the food
story.
chain
Yeah,
works
but
is
like,
not always.
didn't they mention there was like a fuel element of?
Yeah.
Gohadium.
So that kind of feels like just a higher civilization using fossil fuels,
Yeah.
and they probably didn't have to do that. So,
But maybe they're running out.
Sounds
either way,
like,
I'm not looking
they
at
had
it in
to
a
go
favorable manner.
extreme.
So what
I'm
you're
just
saying is we need someone to invent the Tesla in this world, and then we don't have to run on fossil fuels anymore.
All right. So
Next
thank you for the
dono.
$20,
Next
Natalie.
dono. Next dono.
Ice Aiden donated
dono.
$5.
Thank you,
Thank
Ice.
you, Ice Aiden.
Ice.
Hey, that's a
Ice Aiden.
Thank you, Ice. Someone's got to stop DJ. We've given him too much
I
power.
told you gave the producer too much power. No one listens to me.
Ice Aiden
Oh,
said,
Jesus.
"Hello, Yugi
We're not-
Bros. This was a good episode. I am
Yes.
excited for the season finale.
Ice Aiden, thank you so much. Yeah, I thought it was I think we all felt it was a good episode.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I'm probably the one who was the highest on it of this group. I
That's
think
fair, bro.
next week is going to be really, really good. I think it needs to be because there's a lot of questions that we need answers to. This is one where it feels like we're going to skip the opening. I think we're going to get the opening playing as Yugioh delivers the final blow to Phaser, which is the first time we'll actually hear opening 2 as an insert song. That's a lie. We actually heard it as an insert song when the arc first began, when Yugioh and Yugioh were watching the fireworks. But the first time we'll hear it as an insert song, maybe like in a duel. So that should be really cool. And I think ultimately it's going to be a really, really good episode. And I'm very, very looking forward to the final as well.
I really like the way how you said the first time we're going to say this, and before you even took another breath, you're like, that was a lie, and then you just kept going.
Because I remembered. I
At
remembered
least you
we had heard
corrected
it.
It
Yeah.
was just
you
the
know?
correction
Yeah.
was so quick.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, Ice. We got $5 from Natalie Lopez.
Oh, thank you, Natalie.
Natalie,
And
thank you.
Natalie
so
said,
much.
Brains has
Natalie.
a theme of healing. Yusaku's arc is the best to me.
Yeah,
She loves Reigns.
you were a fan of Yusaku. You liked Yusaku. You liked his arc.
JC did as well.
We have another Yusaku fan coming up in a couple of donations as well.
I will say, Natalie, thank you
Huge.
for the $5 super chat. Natalie asked me a question last night when I was streaming. Who do I prefer, Yusaku or Yugioh? And it's a decent debate. I don't like picking
It's
when
not
a
over.
story is
Yeah, it's
still
not over. I agree with
unconcluded.
that.
I think I like Yugioh personally a little more, but I think the story that Yusaku was, of course, the better duelist. He's one of the best duelists we've ever seen. The story he told about trauma and PTSD, I think, was probably very accurate
compelling,
to people that
Yeah.
unfortunately do struggle with those
From that aspect, yeah. definitely,
elements. Yeah. So I could see him being a very relatable character to people in that regard.
Bless you.
Yeah, but I mean, you liked Yusaku a lot, Pete.
Yeah.
I like Yusaku
fun
too.
too.
I just think my issue with it is just that arc is great, but it's just other than that, he is just very. And again, maybe that's because of the trauma, and that's what I have to take into account. But he just the lack of emotion in some senses. I just felt like a character with more emotion that would have had a bigger effect on me. But again, understanding that the reason the way he is because of that, you definitely have to take into account.
That's fair. My
know what
only
I mean?
counterpoint to
That's
that
why they
is-
gave him I.
is season 1. I would 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I think as you go into season 2 and the shortened season
better.
3, I think he makes incremental progression.
I agree with
in
that. Yeah.
building as a character, and I actually kind of like that he doesn't have this amazing happy ending, and I don't mean that in
Yeah.
this negative way. I mean that
I get what you're
it's
saying.
more realistic,
Realistic, I
that
agree.
given everything he went through, that in that short amount of time, he's not going to be able to overcome that. And I think what he went through, he's still a more defined person, and he still grew as a character.
That's fair, actually. That's a fair analysis.
Yeah,
I was gonna go the low route and call him like a wet napkin, but I actually like Pete. I like.
That's fair.
No,
I mean,
but-
there's a lot of
but-
people that would say that.
So mad.
But-
JC would've been
Classic,
so
classic,
angry.
opposite
Classic
side of the
Nick
spectrum
Cage.
But
there.
I actually really like Pete's analysis because I do agree.
Yeah.
yeah.
In actuality, I agree with that. I like the meme, but I agree with that. I think
The meme is great.
well said, yeah, the meme's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you, Dilly. You can't compare until Yugioh is done. I think you can't compare.
Oh,
It's not fair.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Yeah. Natalie, thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes, we got $5 from Crystal Colden.
Thank you, Crystal.
Really?
Thank you.
Get your rent when you fix this damn door.
And Crystal said, I know who Spring-Heeled Jack is. Thanks. Blame it on George for letting me know who
Jorge.
he is several years ago. Or blame it on Jorge. I don't know which way it would
That
be pronounced.
is Jorge, yes. Because I have an uncle Jorge.
That's probably a lie, but
No,
I'll
it's
take your
not.
word
It's
for it.
absolutely not.
Okay, but
Yeah, I don't think you even finished the donation.
That's how he
by the way.
spells it. That's how he spells it.
Yes, I did.
Did you read all of it? I thought.
Did you just snap?
I snapped my headphones.
I said thanks, Blame it on Jorge, for
Nothing
letting me know who
popped
he
out?
was several years ago.
So the funny thing
Oh.
is, I actually do not know that channel or that artist, whoever it is. But Spring Heel Jack, I'm happy someone at least knows who he was.
He's a YouTuber.
No, Spring Heel Jack wasn't a YouTuber.
No, blame it on Jorge.
I knew that was coming as soon as he
It's all,
said
it's all about the timing.
He does like video essays.
Spring Heel Jack?
Dill, when are we do it? Dill, when are we gonna do the summaries? About 5 minutes. Summaries.
that.
We'll
I
do
got
the
I got
summaries.
2 more here.
So, all right, fine. We're in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Top of the hour, we're doing the summaries.
Um,
Thank you, Crystal. Greatly appreciate you.
We got $2 from number 1 Yusaku fan, Legendary Duels.
Hey. Oh wait,
I
wait,
made
wait,
it
wait, wait.
clear that my intention was to play, and my intention was to play for the New York Jets.
Thank you, JC. Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
does the dono confirm him?
This could be
For
the
jump
moment.
pass.
Let
This
me
could
read
be
it.
the moment.
This is
Read
the
it.
moment.
Wait, let's put point
Hold
at
on,
the
hold on,
sign.
hold on, hold on. Get in.
All right, so JC says, missing Luke already, crying face.
And
Dang it!
That is
that's-
all.
That's not it.
That's it.
No, there's definitely like an addendum like at the end of that, right?
Oh, was there? Here, let me go back and check. No.
Oh.
Wow.
Ladies and
But
gentlemen,
JC is in the chat.
we still do not know if he is coming to Jump
So
Fest.
are we gonna mark JC as a no?
No.
No,
Not
we have
yet.
to.
We
It's
can't
got to
do
be a
that
maybe
yet.
at least.
He's got
a
till,
maybe?
He's got till the end of the night, I'd say.
Colin said, RSVP, you coward.
I mean, I don't know what it is. It's just crazy. But JC, thank you so much.
At this
agree,
point, it's
though.
just disrespectful.
It is.
I
It is.
do-
It is.
Hopefully, we'll see Luke again. I think we will.
I hope so too.
Yeah, I think we will.
I think so.
Limestone, thank you for the $2 donation.
Ow! Ow! That's how I feel about not getting to know if JC
Yeah.
is coming to Jump
My
Fest.
No, I feel that. Is Dylan going to start selling some Funkos or start making another wall?
Why'd you?
Another
I
wall.
hope not the second wall.
Another
Limestone
wall.
brings up my Funkos to start a
Yes.
war
Yes,
every
he
night.
does.
Hopefully not
And then
another
you like
wall.
this, and then Dill, this is your rebuttal. I'm gonna beat Dylan for it. Dill will say, "Oh, I've been trying. I'm gonna sell some. I'm gonna try some. I'm gonna sell some. I'm gonna
I
sell
know,
some soon."
and then
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
sell-" and then Dredger goes.
Can
Then
I be
Dredger
you?
goes.
Can I be you in this situation?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to be you.
Go.
I'm happy you're working towards selling them, and I support you.
You're full of shit. You are
That-
100%.
But that's what I
full of
need
it.
from you.
No, you don't, because it's not true.
Bro's using
I'm not
therapy
gonna.
language on
I'm not
Dredge.
gonna support. I'm not gonna support your bad habit. I won't do it. I won't do
No,
it.
he wants you to support him in eventually selling the Funkos.
And I did in the beginning, and then that was 6 months ago.
Well, to be fair, you're right.
Hey, thanks. You tried.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Limestone, I do plan on selling them. I don't really have anything to say.
Thank you, Limestone.
Thank you,
We
Limestone.
got $5 Australian from Electra Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. Thanks.
And Kevin said, which style of duels do y'all prefer to play more? Regular duels or rush duels?
So Master Duel or Rush Duel, is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good question. So I've never played, I played like Master Duel when I was a kid. I used to play against my brother.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. How long ago is that now? Oh my God.
20.
Yeah, about
20
20
years.
20.
20,
That's
25
the fact that I
years.
can say that I did something 20 years ago in my life is terrifying.
I know. It's basically this is it.
Okay. Not,
It's
not
the
that
end
bad.
of the world.
All right.
Nick
and
T's not getting
we
the
know it.
30.
I have to say though, I mean, because I'm a very nostalgia guy, so I'd probably say Master Duel. However, that being said, I love again. I think the problem is if I were to play Rush Duels, right, I'm not gonna draw the cards I need. Like we watch these shows, right, and then they get 2 level 4 low, and then they get their ace.
You don't think you would get
I'm gonna-
all 3 maximum pieces on your first hand?
That's a
think you
staple
should.
of
I
this
think
arc.
that's so. I think that the longevity of a Master Duel makes it more logical for me because of the drawing aspect. That being said, if I had the card luck for Rush, I'll play Rush. I'd love to get my ace on the field and have 2 traps set.
Just draw
Be
the
awesome.
card.
Shut up.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, I'll say Master Duel on that one.
This might surprise some people. I'm actually going to say Master Duel as well.
Okay.
I've had so much fun playing Rush Duel. The problem is I've played Rush Duel in such a limited quantity. I do not think it will ever come out officially to the TCG. The only video game that we have access to is dreadfully behind on the card pool, and I just don't feel like playing Edo Pro or one of those simulators just because I'm a little lazy with that. So the best experience for me is Master Duel. I think it's a fantastic simulator for the main game. And if I'm going to play a Yu-Gi-Oh game, it's going to be that one. That's not to say that I wouldn't enjoy Rush Duels more. I just have not. I don't think the opportunity for me to play is really there, which is a shame and an issue in of itself.
Yeah.
And hopefully an issue that does change at some point, but I don't know if it will.
Mm-hmm.
I've never rush dueled before, so I think by default it would be Master Duel.
Yeah.
Although I think if I did rush duel, I would be probably like it more just because of the simplicity of it.
yeah, I agree.
Because I'm not someone that knows all the rules and the ways of summoning stuff. So that's for me, rush duel is just much easier to grasp quickly, as opposed to all the different summoning methods and whatnot in a Master Duel.
Dylan.
I want to put Cal in a church.
That would put
What?
all of us in a church. I think. Well, actually, no. You could dial in the effects, but also it's.
Dylan.
What are you
it's-
doing to me?
Okay, so now we should sound like we're in a cathedral.
No, I think the effects are all
Wait,
the
did
way
you
down.
mute me that whole time?
No.
You weren't muted
Does
at
it
all.
sound like we're in a cathedral?
See, this is dangerous
DJ,
because
what
we
does it
can't
sound
hear
like, bro?
ourselves.
Nothing changed?
No,
Nothing
don't.
changed.
There's one of the knobs on each channel is an FX knob.
Oh, FX to mod.
No.
On each specific channel strip.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, one of
okay,
those.
I'm gonna mute it. We'll mess around with it later.
Wait, so we're not muted, right?
But
Okay,
yeah,
good.
so
No,
every
no,
time
just
Cal
the
speaks, he'll be in a
effects are
church.
muted.
Got
That's
it,
cool.
okay. All right, so summaries?
That's great. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm done
I
over
agree
here.
with you, Cal,
so.
by the way.
All right, I want to thank all of you guys.
What do you think, Master Duel, Rush Duel?
Oh, Master Duel.
Okay, cool.
I would actually. I think I would enjoy playing Rush Duels.
Once
It'd be
I
cool.
learned it. Like once
But
I
I would-
had the ability.
But I
to
wouldn't
play it a
draw the
lot.
cards. I would brick.
You're not
I
gonna
don't
draw
know.
the cards in main Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah, but
either.
No.
Judge, neither
That's true,
of you are
too.
gonna draw the cards like that. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty confident I would draw all 3 maximum pieces.
I think I'm gonna
And
draw.
then
I think
the
two-
out of
and then
all of us,
two of a
Pete
second
would.
maximum would be the other two.
Probably
cards.
one field spell and probably like an amazing trap.
The,
Yeah.
the- the
right?
problem
treacherous
is
trap hole.
the problem is in Rush Duel maximums are like not very good.
Yeah, it's
Have you
Well,
watched
no.
this season?
Yeah. And
No, in the
quick
anime,
spell-
in the
guy doesn't watch the
anime
show
they are,
clearly.
but like in the actual game, they're not very good.
Well, the
Maybe
game-
they've gotten better,
The
but
game
I
is
know.
still young.
Yeah, but like
This
maximums, I
boy
don't think
is
are
a
ever gonna be
liar.
good. I just think I don't know. I don't think they're ever.
I
gonna
can
be
still
good.
whoop you with a fusion. so
Colin,
it's not a
Oh,
big
no,
deal.
tell him
fusions are
what he
good.
needs to know.
Fusions are good.
Tell
Yeah.
us. Say
All
what
right.
you need to say.
Say what you need to say.
All right.
All right, Joe.
All right. Episode 64. Dredge, do you want to read?
I'll read
I'll
it.
read it.
I'm
I'll
gonna
read
kill
it.
you.
I'll read it.
I'll
I'm
read
gonna
it.
kill you and make it like an accident.
All right, Nick T, you go.
Episode 64. Those who are born on the star.
Beautiful.
Phaser's secret is finally revealed. Come on, bro. A kind brother who has sworn to protect his little brother from aliens. He himself is also burdened with a tragic fate. Yugioh remains resolute in the face of Phaser's overwhelming
Yeah.
power. His strong belief in his friends and everything he cherishes will help him reach a new height.
Bro, it sounds like,
Praise
that
it.
sounds like a line Vin Diesel would say, like just family.
it's about
It's
like
family.
family.
It's
yeah.
about family.
About
Oh,
family.
That sounds like the power of friendship to me.
Also, I'm getting a word from Calibro, who apparently heard from Colin, who's a very in the know duelist. That apparently
Yeah.
maximums are meta now. So I guess something changed in
yeah.
the last couple of months.
Wow. You
So-
want to apologize to me?
I'm not going to apologize, but I will say I was incorrect.
They're
I
pushing
had-
him to the
I had
max.
outdated knowledge.
So you don't
'Cause-
want to apologize to me for
Well,
this?
I don't think I said anything apology worthy.
Okay. I'm gonna beat your ass
what
with
it-
a max.
Family.
I don't know
Whoa.
what I said that was apology worthy, but I had outdated
Family.
information.
The whole chat is spamming family.
Family.
Dredge, what do you think of the summary?
Stop.
I think we've touched on next week's episode and what we're expecting. They have a lot of questions they're going to answer, and they're going to leave some unanswered. I think purposely so that when we get towards those last couple arcs, that they can build on that. But I'm intrigued. I want to see. I like the wording. You know, obviously, you know we got 2 really strong characters here to see how this wraps up is going to be good. So definitely excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Pete, any thoughts going into the final episode here of the 5th arc?
Really excited. Think it's still a great episode title.
Yeah, those who were born on the star. It's very, very good. Nick T, any thoughts?
He's got nothing.
They got the 2 of them. Can't just skip them and just go.
He's
All
got
right.
nothing.
Hey, they just got into clown university.
I will say, yeah. Well, the average salary for a clown is $55K, and they're doing it for free. So they gotta reevaluate some things.
Were you looking into a new
That
line
was
of work that you were looking up the salary?
yeah, is that why you're looking at all that free time you have?
No, it's one of the memes on my phone I haven't been able to send.
yeah, I just don't understand
He's waiting.
where you're getting all these NBA memes.
I sent you the Roman Reigns smile.
I didn't even answer my question, and nobody backed me up.
No.
Everybody just let me sink.
Nobody.
I'm with you. by the way.
Yeah.
Titanic.
Oh, that's like,
Okay. Let me say
Not
this.
submarine, by the way.
The wording is very similar to what Yugioh's summary was back in
Yes.
episode 51, burdened with a tragic fate. So I think that'll be fascinating. The tragic fate might be that they are literally the last 2 remaining of their entire species.
Yeah.
I think that probably could be it. But we'll see. This is going to be a really big episode, guys. I'm very excited for it. I think most people have Yugioh winning. There were a couple people that thought draw no result, but I'd be very surprised if Yugioh does not get the win. Would anybody? We all picked Yugioh to win very quickly. Would anyone change their pick?
Absolutely not, dude.
no.
no shot.
Also, 51% thought it was a great episode. 39%
So
thought it
90,
was good.
great 90, good and
6%
great.
thot it was decent, and 1% thought it was
It
bad.
added up to
97.
97. It doesn't make any sense. 97.
It keeps getting lower.
It
Yeah.
was 98 last week. Now it's 97. Someone is just voting
Well, there-
for
there
fifth
was a-
option.
there was
Someone's
a
got to recount the vote.
3%
crazy.
unsure.
Hold on. You saying we have to stop?
3% for mid.
We got to stop the count.
Stop the count.
Stop the count.
You just got a good point because
3%.
you asked
Those
why there was
those
no
3% are there people in Arizona that are voting in this poll?
No.
Oh man.
Hey, I like that. That was
didn't-
good.
Yo, that was
No,
that
no,
was
not
hey,
you.
hey, Dill. Hey, Dill.
No, not that. I was just doing it.
That's 2 feet in.
I was doing it
No.
in
That was
general.
2 feet in.
I was doing.
No,
I was doing it in general.
No,
I was doing it.
we got these two saying it, and I'm teching.
That wasn't.
That's
dir-
a catch.
that
You
wasn't.
got catch
That wasn't
in.
directed to anyone.
Nick T,
That
what do you
was-
say? Wait. Nick T's deciding.
I think it's in play.
Oh my, this is ridiculous.
You made the right call.
All right, no politics. No politics. All right.
Too late.
Thank
Too
you
late.
guys all so much for coming by. I think next week is going to be absolutely insane. And I'll tell you something else. I am going to be live doing a watch along for this arc finale Sunday night, Monday night, whenever it ends up dropping. But this is going to be an incredible episode, in my opinion. I'm willing it into existence. I'm foreshadowing it. I think it's going to be a great time. We've got some incredible people on this podcast. It's not just me. It is Pete, Dredge, Nick T, and Cal. And also, huge shout out to DJ as well.
Producer DJ.
Hopefully,
First episode.
whenever DJ's around on Wednesday night, he did a wonderful job.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah.
he made you guys laugh. I
Killer.
want to get a bunch more sounds on the board. So we
More?
definitely, and I want to get DJ as
more.
well as well.
Pages.
Get a microphone. Get him a
Oh.
little camera you could bring up in the bottom corner.
Yeah.
Producer cam.
He'll have like a little
That's
sunglass
actually-
on. We'll give him a disc stand and stuff.
Yeah, no. So
You
we're
can literally just put text that just says producer DJ.
yeah, no, we might actually do that. So I
like
think
it.
we're going to try to figure that out. So huge thank you to DJ. Huge shout out to him. These four have stuff that they would like to promote. Very exciting stuff. There are great things coming up for all of them in their future. It's very exciting.
okay,
We're going to
man.
start with Cal. We're going to run down the list. Cal, you go first.
Cal, before you start, real quick, we are gonna save the DJ face reveal for a random night. So you have to show up. to see
DJ's
together.
had a face reveal on one of the Into the Vrains podcasts. He
Oh,
was
okay.
on camera.
Well, then
We can't tell them what episode.
He-
a
DJ's been on
face
a few
reveal
times.
return.
You're going to be like
randomly.
Wilson in Home Improvement.
I already
Oh
have a
my
secondary. I already have a producer camera for you. So
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
one we use for the whiteboard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got a lot of multifaceted
Now I need to say
functions.
it sort of cam.
Oh,
But-
God.
but you could make a scavenger hunt for DJ's appearance, face reveal. It's
that's
like, oh, he appeared somewhere in Into the Vrains. If you want to know what he looks like.
Now everyone's bleeding. Let's go watch your old videos.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, you were. That's true.
Oh,
There was an After Dark stream called DJ Comes Home, I think. That's
I
the,
think
that's
there
the
is.
title.
I swear to
I think
God,
it literally
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah,
That's
there's
the
also
ti-
Pete Goes to Jail.
Yes.
Wait, why is that one named Pete Goes to
Because
Jail?
he had just told us a story.
The Fetty Wap story.
No,
Oh.
are you sure it
Was it
No,
not that
was
one?
a different story.
It was the time that the cops pulled the gun on me.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And it happened at that point. It was pretty recent.
It was- yeah, it was
Pretty
fairly recent.
Definitely insensitive.
Well,
yeah.
I roll with it.
Yeah. All right.
Looking back, it
Cal,
was-
what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. What's going on with you?
Well, what's going on in your content world?
Yeah, so I stream over on Twitch at twitch.tv/calbreezy.
What's that handle?
That's CALBREEZZY.
Oh, word?
Word. Thanks guys for the links. I usually stream FPS games like, Warzone or Valorant, stuff like that. I'll play Fall Guys with Dill. I might think about doing a Nuzlocke.
What's better
might
is like
think-
you're not even doing as bad as he does.
I might think about doing a Nuzlocke. Watching you guys.
you
Watching you guys
Hey,
always gets me excited.
hey,
to play one.
watching the master play definitely helps people.
Yeah.
out.
Hey, I get
Not
watching us,
you.
watching us
no,
boys.
No,
I get
no,
both
Shut up.
perspectives. I get the top of the food chain and the bottom of the food chain. I get both of them on
And you
there.
would say you're mid.
I'm probably worse than Dylan, but nobody knows that yet.
That's a beautiful.
So, yeah.
you
I
have
don't know
plausible
about
that.
deniability,
So,
though. That's the thing.
Yeah, sure, I'm mid. Anyway, I'm gonna probably be streaming once my string of wedding weekends and all that stuff goes by. Probably be like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and maybe like Sunday nights, at least up until football season.
Then we'll stream football on Sunday nights.
And then we'll.
That would be
I
bad.
don't
That
know
would
if
be
we'll be
bad.
streaming football, but we'll
We can
figure
figure
it out. Yeah.
That was really.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's really all I got. I'm gonna pass over to Nick T. He's got a lot of good stuff
Thanks,
coming
gang.
your way soon.
So I can hardly call myself a streamer, but I do also stream on Twitch at
Hey.
twitch.tv/NickFightsMoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't spell.
It's been a while.
LA.
It's been a while. I'll say that. But I plan, hopefully, I think maybe returning this Monday, maybe doing a late stream, maybe playing some Fall Guys with Dill if he's playing that. Maybe it will change gears after, after. But even so, I do some variety streaming, a lot of retro game and emulation. Ape Escape, Fire Emblem. I've been playing Minecraft in some of the previous streams. But I also do some performance streams where I play from my repertoire. There we go.
Here we go.
There we go. Of original songs as well as some covers. And if you like any of those original songs, you can find all my music right now on all streaming platforms, as well as my upcoming song, Hard to Trust, that is coming out this Friday.
New song. Oh my! Wait.
This Friday.
June 23rd.
June 23rd.
This Friday, 2023.
At midnight.
Wait. So midnight Thursday night? Oh God, I gotta stay up late tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dylan, what are you doing?
And
Still?
in the link tree,
He's on
as
it.
well as the hyperfollow link that Dak shared, both those have links to go pre-save Hard to Trust if you have Spotify. If not,
nice.
just keep your eyes peeled because it will be on every streaming platform come Friday. So
Let's go.
check that out.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome.
I am Dredge. I stream at twitch.tv/Dredgenator.
Let's go, Dredge!
We actually just somehow survived a Pokemon Emerald completely randomized Nuzlocke. Our D-Prat Slack King covered the Elite Four. We also, so what that means, we got to start a new one.
Yep.
So I don't know if you guys were there, but the new one I did announce.
The
We're going to do a Heart Gold. Non-randomized typing, but randomized of all the other stuff.
Yep.
With no healing items allowed. Other than the
didn't know
other
that.
Pokemon Center. Yeah, so no. The only rule we'll have is for the Elite
That is
Four, I will
crazy.
use 10 full restores is it.
Okay.
But no, so basically, middle of battle, no healing.
Yeah.
Even if I got to run back to the Pokemon Center, I run to a trainer, no healing.
That's tough.
Yeah, so it's gonna really make me have to think. But come check that on Saturday afternoon around 12 p.m. Eastern Standard
go.
Time.
Cool, man. Cool.
PV Car, everybody.
Yeah, I run a YouTube channel, Clueless Gamers. It's basically dead.
It's not dead,
but
but it's inactive right now.
It's
But
inactive
there's
at the
room.
moment. Thank you, Deck. I appreciate it. It's making a return though because because the Secret Invasion reactions are going to start rolling out. The
man.
first episode dropped today. We're going to be reacting to that
Oh,
probably this weekend, maybe. And you should see that pop up sometime on your YouTube feed at some point. So if you're interested in that, come by the channel, check that out, and follow me on Twitter. Peter Carroll 21.
Awesome stuff. Can I get one more? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to thank all of you guys so much for being here. A huge thank you to DJ behind the booth. You did great, DJ. Thank you.
Yeah.
Huge thank you to Cal, Nick T. Dredge, and Pete as well for helping me out so much with this podcast. And a huge thank you to all of you for watching, for listening, for lurking. And a special thank you to everybody who donated or super chatted or became a channel member. It truly helps me out. It helps me bring this channel updates and upgrades. And you guys are truly tremendous. And I'm so lucky to have each and every one of you supporting me. Thank you all so much for the incredible, incredible support. And I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys. Good night. Okay.
Good night.
Good night.